That's cute. Yes.
You're a trained instructor.
All right.
Doing good.
Good, good.
Am I in your way?
Not at all. No, you're perfect.
Because I don't want to be, I don't want to be on your live stream or whatever, just making sure. Where are they?
I call this meeting to order.
Would you lead us in invocation, Mr. King, please?
Would you join me in prayer, please? Father, we're so grateful for the freedoms that we have in this country to freely come before you, God. Thank you for the opportunity to gather to do the business of the city. Father, we ask that you be present in our midst and that the decisions we make would be pleasing in your sight. Father, we thank you for those that protect us, both locally, our first responders, and those that serve us abroad. And even at home in our armed forces, Father, we ask you just to continue to be a hedge of protection about them, keep them safe. Father, we thank you that you love Mineral Wells, that you have a hope and a future for Mineral Wells and all its citizens. Again, we just praise your name and we thank you. It's in the name of your precious Son, my Lord and Savior, that I pray. Amen.
Join us for the pledges. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
You might have noticed, we have our honorary council here with us this evening. This is Miss Braylon Campbell, and she comes to us from Lamar Elementary. And she is a first grade student. She is an amazing first grader who not only strives for excellence in herself, but also inspires and helps her classmates to do the same. Braylon cheerfully provides a helping hand to make her classroom a better place. And she is absolutely cheerful. She's been a joy to have up here sitting with me this evening. And she has some great friends at her school. She loves learning, it sounds like, is a voracious reader, and maybe wants to be a hairstylist when she grows up like Aunt Shelby. So thank you for your awesome character, and congratulations on being the council bid. Your very own gala, so you can keep everybody. Thank you.
Good job.
Next up, Chief, we have a proclamation for National Night Out. So, join me up here. All right. Whereas the 40th Annual National Night Out, a unique crime and drug prevention event sponsored by the National Association of Town Watch, has been scheduled for Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023. And whereas the NNO provides a unique opportunity for the city of Mineral Wells to join forces with thousands of other communities across Texas in promoting cooperative police community crime prevention efforts. And whereas all residents and businesses play a vital role in assisting the Mineral Wells Police Department through joint crime, drug, and violence prevention efforts in the city of Mineral Wells, and are supportive of National Night Out 2023 locally, and whereas it is essential that all citizens of the city of Mineral Wells be aware of the importance of crime prevention programs and the impact that their participation can have on reducing crime, drugs, and violence in the city of Mineral Wells. Excuse me. And whereas police community partnerships, neighborhood safety, awareness, and cooperation are important themes of the National Night Out program. Now therefore, the mayor does hereby call upon the citizens of the city of Mineral Wells to join with the Mineral Wells Police Department and the National Night Out Association of Town Watch in supporting the 40th Annual National Night Out on October 3rd, 2023. And so I, Reagan Johnson, the mayor of the city of Mineral Wells, do hereby proclaim Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023 as National Night Out.
Yeah, it's going on right now out at West City Park, so if the meeting gets over in time, which I'm not sure that it will, but if it does, you know, they're grilling hot dogs, we got a DJ, we got bounce houses and dump booths, and so there's a lot of vendors out there. There's quite a few people out there before I come back to the meeting, so you know, if you get a chance to get out there, we'd love to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
We have 2 individuals signed up for public comment. If you will, state your name and city you live in. When you come to the podium, you'll have 3 minutes. And we'll start with Marcy Gall. Gall? Is that correct?
Galley,
Galley, okay.
that's usually the way it's pronounced. And I have handouts for all of the council. Do I hand those in to the secretary?
Please.
Just let me know when my time starts. Please. That's great. Thank you. Good evening, Mayor and Council. My name is Marcy Galley, and I live in Willow Park in Parker County. I've driven out here because I want to encourage this governing body to allow your public to come in and speak on any topic, anytime. I was going to speak on other things, but then I realized I can only speak on the agenda per your agenda. So if it's not an item on the agenda, I'm not allowed to say anything. And I would say that that's not really in line with our form of elected government. Everyone should be given an opportunity to speak. Also, I wanted to point your attention, I handed out an AG opinion because I noticed in the executive session that y'all are going back into executive session to discuss your charter and the recall election process with your charter, and also potential amendment of city charter. And I would say that those discussions should be held out in the public. The attorney-client privilege, as you'll see in the AG opinion, is not just a blanket to cover anything that you want to go back into closed session to discuss. These items do not fall under attorney-client privilege. It's not current litigation. It's not potential litigation. So I would hope and recommend that y'all would have those discussions out in public. You're not supposed to discuss in closed session merely policy changes or amendments to your charter or merits of any of those things in closed session. Thank you very much.
Next, Brandon Johnson.
Brandon Johnson, Mineral Wells, Texas. Just a few things I'd like to say, mainly regarding the executive session. You know, this is a time for us to redress our government. And all that's ever happened in this body has been a suppression of the people's voice and their concerns. And I've testified a lot at the Capitol. And you're able to testify on every single agenda item down there. I haven't dug into the Open Meetings Act. I don't know if that applies to y'all as well, but I believe we'll be doing that soon. As far as the recall election process, we got 572 votes or signatures to remove Gerald Tomlin from his office. It only took 137 to get him there. 4 times the amount of the people is who signed to say, we don't want you here. And I would say that's largely due, thanks to y'all, for not listening to the people's concern, trying to saddle us with $300 million in debt in what
Point of order, that's not on the agenda.
Well, it is, because you have it right here. And thank you, Beth, for pointing out exactly the oppressive stuff we're talking about. But I'll move on. It looks right here like you're going to be talking about something regarding Dean Sullivan, possibly removing him from office or something. I don't know what he's going to be doing. That is on the agenda, Beth, so I will discuss it. Now, I appreciate Mr. Sullivan always having an open door policy. Anytime I've had questions, he's been willing to speak to me, just as Lance Howerton was. And I appreciate that. I never spoke to the guy that was in between, whatever his name was, who couldn't stick around. So until I'm fine with Mr. Sullivan being here, because I feel like anybody else y'all bring in is going to fall lockstep with where y'all are and shutting the people out of the office. So thank you, Mr. Sullivan.
Good report, consent agenda. none, what's the pleasure?
Make a motion we approve the consent agenda as presented.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes 6-0. Item number 6, consider and take appropriate action on a resolution for submittal of a grant to the United States Department of Agriculture's Community Wildfire Defense Grant Program for the 2 riding lawnmowers for reduction and fuel mitigation.
Madam Mayor, Council, we have recently in 2022, Palo County was the 24th county in the state of Texas to be a part of the Community Wildfire Plan of the CWPP, which has given us the opportunity to write this grant, or asking for this grant submittal to the United States Department of Agriculture, and also the United States Forest Service. So this is actually a part of many different levels, but this is going through the Community Wildfire Defense Grant, in which their main purpose is to mitigate fuels so that we don't see huge fire growth because we're not taking care of vegetation. And as this recently, we just passed this fiscal year's budget, there's actually 2 riding lawn mowers that are in the cemetery and also in the public works, Parks and Recs in the cemetery. They're up for purchase, and this is actually gonna go to them. This is not actually for the fire department. This is actually to buy those 2 lawnmowers instead of going to have to spend that money. They can spend elsewhere. Usually the Parks and Recs and Cemetery, they mow about 268 acres per run, and that's probably done 10 to 13 times a year. So this is actually pretty favorable on our first proofread to the Texas Forest Service. So we thought that we would attempt to write this. It's approximately $25,000, and there's a 0 grant match to it. So it's really just a free grant. We can save some money.
Questions or comments from the council?
Well, this is in my wheelhouse, so I'll comment. You don't have to watch the news very many times to know that wildfire is a growing concern. I don't recall exactly how many years ago it was that the Texas Forest Service partnered with the U.S. Forest Service to develop this mitigation program. But as it develops, I'm excited to know that Mineral Wells has an opportunity to be a participant. We've all lived here long enough to know that it hasn't been that long ago. Mineral Wells was threatened by several large wildfires nearby. So I would be excited to support this.
I guess also to add too, this is just probably what it may need to be coming to the table with. This is just this one program. There's also equipment for the grass fire that will be coming back to the council and further council meetings.
Seems like a no-brainer to me. Thank you, keep up the good work.
Thank you.
It's the pleasure of the council.
Make a motion, we approve the resolution.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes 6-0. Item number 7, consider and take appropriate action on discussion and update on a submittal and response from the TCEQ for the City of Mineral Wells request for alternative capacity requirements.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This is really just for, there's nothing to approve or vote on, it's just for discussion or information. We had requested all the co-ops, the wholesale customers to apply for alternate capacity requirements. And so we did the same thing. Park Hill submitted it. Everybody starts off with a 0.6 gallon per minute requirement. TCQ approved our request, or I think they requested a 0.4, they approved a 0.5. We'll be sending that information to a TCQ investigator that was the original violation and what started a whole lot of this. And that along with the amended contract with the co-ops. So this came back at a really good time. And it'll be really close if we're still in violation or not, just for the numbers. require us to keep counts of meters and usage. We already do that anyway, so it won't be anything special we have to do different.
Questions or comments from the council?
I would just say I appreciate the report. Those of us that are not in all of the weekly meetings that have been going on for, what, a year and a half now, since the original violation, a lot of this would be Greek to. But I'm thrilled for the report. I'm glad we finally got our answer. And I think as Dean had said it several times, it's like we're not asking anybody to do anything that we aren't doing ourselves. So I'm glad that the request found favor and our ACR was reduced a little bit.
Yeah, it'll help. It's enough to make a difference.
Anything further? Okay, thank you.
Thank y'all.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Scott.
Item number 8, consider and take appropriate action on a resolution making nominations to the Palo Appraisal District Board of Directors.
Good evening, Madam Mayor, members of the council. It's time for you to consider and review the members for the Board of Directors for the Palo County Appraisal District. This comes around periodically, and the function of those board members is to hire the chief appraiser and set their budget and appoint an appraisal review board where, as many of us know, you want to protest your tax appraisal. That review board is very essential to that process. The board of directors doesn't have any authority on setting the values or the appraisal methods, but the chief appraiser carries all of those legal duties out, staffing, et cetera. If you'll note in your packet, the current board members who have agreed to continue to serve if appointed are Bill Arneson, Clint Myrick, Richard Watts, Rowdy Glover, and George Geldard. There is a letter attached in your packet to where, should any of you desire to nominate one candidate for each position at the council, that'd be 5. The district will receive the nominations. Have to get them by October the 15th. And ballot will be compiled and sent out to all jurisdictions for a final vote. Voting is proportionally weighted based on total property valuations per taxing jurisdiction. There's a resolution that accompanies this on page 35. We'll call it about 30, sorry. For your consideration, after deliberation, any questions?
No questions. I might make a comment just for education. It's just, to note that, let's see, City of Mineral Wells, we have 423 votes in this matter. The highest other 3, Mineral Wells ISD, Crawford ISD, and Palo County. But that's in the agenda packet if anybody cares to look it up to see how many votes go where from each. So it's not one entity appointing this board alone. Comments or questions?
I don't have anybody to nominate to serve. I'm thankful for the 5 members that currently do serve, and I would only suggest that this council consider evenly dividing our votes among the current 5 that are willing to continue to serve.
Was that another?
We're not voting yet, right? It's just a nomination.
Yeah. Just a resolution. And the resolution is on page 30. resolution need to read the candidate and the votes? Since it's blank under that, how does that?
Yes, I believe
Okay.
the intention was for it to be filled in with the candidates that the council selects. But the resolution could, your motion could be to approve the resolution appointing the 5 currently serving candidates and then it can be filled in later.
Okay. Any further comments? If none, what's the pleasure of the council?
Well, I'll make my comment on motion. I move that we approve the resolution and approve the current 5 members, and that our vote be split evenly among the 5. As I know it doesn't work that way. 2 of them will require 85 votes, and 3 will require 84 to reach the number of votes that the city of Mineral Wells has. That would be my motion.
I'll second.
Well, with all due respect, Mayor Pro Tem, as of right now, we're not in the stage of voting, we're just in the stage of nominations.
Okay?
So I think that in November, you'll have the opportunity to split your votes, but for now, it's just nominating the 5 members.
Okay. Well, in
Find
that case,
amending.
yeah, I'll withdraw that motion, and I move that we nominate the current 5 members of the board to continue to serve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes 6-0. Item number 9, consider and take appropriate action on a proposed ordinance to amend Chapter 34 Cemeteries, Article 2, Woodland Park Cemetery of the Code of Ordinances of the city by adopting Division 3 rules to provide rules and regulations for the use of the Woodland Park Cemetery.
Good evening again. This one was pretty easy. It was the work of park superintendent and police chief. So we basically just took what they did, marked out parks and put in a cemetery. The only thing we're changing is the time that it closes. Instead of putting an exact time, we just put sunset, which works good for the Parks and Wildlife Department for hunting regulations, so I figured it'd work out there. And there's one mistake on, it says, under motor vehicles, we left park roads, it's supposed to say cemetery roads. Eileen pointed that out, and she said she can fix that.
Eileen made the mistake and pointed to the mistake out.
Oh, I thought I made a mistake.
Clarification on this under signage, the items listed there, that applies to, it says building, window, door, outdoor structures, so, not to the actual cemetery plot itself.
I would say that's probably true, and also the end of that sentence says the sign is calling attention to any object, product, service, place, or activity, so it's more so like commercial. But yeah, it doesn't specify that it can't be on the actual plot.
But the spirit of it is more of the commercial aspect, it's not, okay.
But this is not changing anything.
This
It had
is-
to do with the flags.
Right.
But there was a misunderstanding about that. Like we were banning flags several years ago. Is this a change from what? So what, you said the time closure was the only change.
That's what I believe.
Okay.
The time it's closed.
The way I read it is you can still install the flags with a special permit. That's the way I read it.
Yes, so, if I may, what Scott means about the changes is we basically just stole the parks ordinance that y'all approved a couple months ago and just took things out that didn't apply to the cemetery. And so this is not a change from current rules. There weren't really any rules in the ordinance about use of the cemetery or flags or anything. This is just adopting new rules for the cemetery, and they differ from the parks ordinance, where we took out things that didn't apply. I hope that makes sense. I'm not sure about the previous controversy about flags.
I think we just want to make sure that if somebody wants to post an American flag or flowers or something like that at a loved one's, grave, they don't need permission for that.
We can definitely make that amendment. As it is written right now, it does say that the public works director would need to consent, and signage is defined to include flag, but it doesn't necessarily say it can't be placed on a block, because like you said, Mayor, it references building, window, door, or outdoor structure.
But is a headstone considered
Not
an
an
outdoor
outdoor
structure,
Because like, balloons could be, you might see a balloon at a gravesite or just, it's a display, and that's very vague. And identification, is that dog tags? I would have problems with that being misinterpreted in a way that we didn't intend.
I'd be happy to work with Scott and the chief to rework it to bring something back to y'all that would work.
Google Mineral Wells flag flap, and you'll see what we're trying to avoid.
Okay.
Just picking up on a little bit of the conversation earlier, you took the draft, or you took the ordinance that we approved for parks, and not understanding the current controversy, I'm not sure where that rules list stuff is that caused us the issue at the cemetery, but you guys we need to make sure that you guys have that, so you have the reference of what the rub was a few years back. And we want to make sure that we don't put something in place that puts us back in that predicament. That was not well received and not the intent at the time, but it was a struggle to get through. So we want to make sure we do this right.
Is it a problem? Is there some sort of imminent problem or emergency that would make it a problem to wait 2 weeks, like with the closure time or anything like that? Okay, thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. Item number 10, future agenda items or requests by council members to be on the next agenda. Does anyone have anything they'd like to present? None. The Mineral Wells City Council will begin its executive session on this, the third day of October 2023 at 6:31 p.m. In accordance with Texas Government Code Section 551001, the City Council will recess into executive session, closed meeting to discuss the following. A, consultation with attorney regarding pending or contemplated litigation or regarding a matter in which the duty of the attorney to the governmental body under the Texas Disciplinary Rules of Professional Conduct of the State Bar of Texas clearly conflicts with this chapter. Regarding 1, Senate Bill 2038, 2, amendment of city charter provisions, 3, recall election process, and city charter, 4, Palapenna County ESD number 1, interlocal agreement. B, to deliberate the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee, or to hear a complaint or charge against an officer or employee regarding the city manager.
All right, we're gonna come back live after executive session to find out what they discussed
Good. Good to see you. Just a contract. Oh, hey, I knew it.
They said you didn't reply.
Executive session is new. Do they used to come back here?
Do both.
They do both? Okay.
I've seen them in their car.
Actually, I think last time they did go in there. That was the first time I've seen them. Keeping us on our toes.
I'm sure I'll see you. I got four back there.
Software program.
Right, yeah, they weren't. Hey, I used to have that tripod like what you have.
Uh-huh.
It is a pain to get it to level out.
It's got balls and everything. This is my favorite brand.
Well, I didn't know, I mean, I went over there, I think I got a Best Buy. If you've had one,
Yes,
have you had
I've
one
had
of
this
these?
brand, yeah. But
Yeah,
I haven't
man,
had
having-
this travel light.
Well, having that little thing there, man, it makes it a lot easier.
Gives you a flatter surface. Yeah, it's
Well, like
easy
that
because
one-
you can, you know, it's got the little balls and circles, but.
Well, yeah, like with that one, well, what I didn't like about it is real jerky.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
is
whenever
jerky.
you try to turn
I
it.
thought it was because it was new, but I really think that it's just the mechanism and probably the cedar plank in it.
With different scenarios. And they've redone it like 7 times. And they come up with another scenario, like, put them in this down. So they're doing it, my attorney's looking at them, I'm looking at them, and we're like, oh my gosh. But we're doing it overall, not just policy.
Right, yeah.
We haven't even got to that one, we're just
Right.
working on it.
On the overall from the station, the house.
It's a great thing.
Oh, yeah, but it's just a lot of crunch to get it all together, to get it out. Yeah.
That's
That's what it boils down to, yeah.
That's what it is. And it has to be on purpose, not tax.
Yeah, everyone.
I have maybe 47.
Yeah.
Overlapping schools.
Yeah, but.
Maybe 47. So yeah, so we thought we were getting somewhere today, but nope, we're back to square one. So, but I don't know how come you might not want to do Are you staying for food drinks?
I was going to sit there for a while.
I'm curious what you guys do want to
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm
How are you? I'm good. How are you doing?
Hello? Yo. I did. Well, I said it was. I don't know. Yeah.
Most of
I get it. Yeah. I don't know. No, I talked to him. It's just, it ain't. So I did say something about it.
He forgot to put there.
She got all.
You almost said a little nibble.
No. Yeah, that was.
Corner of my house, it's place
Where is that? Oh, good. Well, I thought you said you didn't see it. Yeah. Oh, really? I wonder why. Oh. But we'll let you have two to get together there. Yeah. Well, hey, I'm about to walk out of here. I think they're really talking about much. I don't think, I don't know how much. I need to call. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they're saying I am. Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't. Right. Yeah. Right, I remember they did.
Yeah, they changed those.
Yeah, let me get out here.
And it was really the walk around
on the whole county. So people are trying to take that down. And the police, so it's gonna put fires. Maybe that's what this is.
Maybe so.
Maybe, I don't know.
You didn't ever smoke, I can't remember.
No, they're just like this, there's smoke and lots of things. I don't know what else they put on there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't either. I just don't want to write on here. Didn't know anything about that until I read it.
Or maybe he's still smoking. No, they came down. I never know.
What's up, man? Man, I'm exhausted.
I know that. It's been crazy 2 days, yes.
Oh, shit. And I won't bother them at all.
Let everybody else do it and all.
Chief Dunn, I think you just need to buy a bunch of lapel mics and make them all lapel
That's
mics.
the idea. We had to wait till October, but they said there's something else that they can like clip right here and talk on. But I think it's just any potent. I mean, you live about a foot away from it. The system is not what I would.
Hopefully we can hire audio engineer.
Here it is.
They were full.
Isn't that the
And not rechargeable, but throwaway batteries. Yeah. So think about it, it's like 40 AA batteries or something. Like I'm sure most of them are still on.
every
Just a little grocery today.
Man, it's still pretty mild, Jason.
Oh, I know.
exactly what I was spending and what I was getting. Because it's so just my kids' lunches, just for lunch, just for 4 days, for the record, $75.
Oh, yeah.
You ever happen to notice it?
What are they eating? Oh, what are they not eating?
So true.
You don't want a kid. Exactly.
If I knew now what I didn't know then, when that took me home.
Should have been.
Should have been. Should have been.
Should have been a couple.
They found a scorpion. That's exactly what I saw.
It is. I only know the man whose daughter was my first generation of homestead.
You had the thing I thought, but I opened up.
Nash.
They're just like,
I tried stepping
they're
on
not
it.
even just like cartilage, you know what I mean?
God.
Was that mine here in the middle walls or?
Mill
I'm still
stuff. I
gonna work.
posted this up. I paid for this.
You got a mood going on. Let's go for it.
Scorpions. It's number 6 in my house and 2 in my
Rachel.
closet. Only 7 got
Rachel.
stung.
Oh, she did, she got stung once?
Yeah.
He was just
Well,
walking.
you must not have killed them.
They got new
It's wrong.
mics.
We've been having issues.
Yeah.
We have 2.
I mean,
Lucky.
I want to watch them on
I
the
heard
Just
down
start
in
something.
well, something.
You should have struggled sooner.
I think they're gonna struggle that way. Yeah, when you get a little bit older,
Lavender
they just
oil.
pour it on grandkids.
Yeah, it was weird.
Why do you apply that?
I just wanted to take double batteries until every place and chargeable.
I know, so if you all see me sprinkling in my house, you'll see why.
It makes a
We
big
use
difference
lavender
when you
oil.
lean
I
in.
spray it
into it.
everywhere, and I have it in lavender oil. Because you know, this one,
Is there nothing else on
Well,
that?
he was way back.
There's probably a few.
But when Beth called,
Oh, huge difference, because the first few times she was kind of over here, but when she leaned into it, it was like,
two swollen paw.
it's not bad at all.
and the commission.
I think you were in there the day that I stepped up and said it's time
Yeah.
that we upgrade. Because the
Well,
community deserves to be able to hear these meetings.
But
They
she's
do.
talking about the district court, and it's like, picking herself out.
Oh, it's a stupid, yeah, it's gonna be well over 6 figures.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
And I
so
just-
hang on, I mean, I'm not sure.
What you do is you call in those places and you say, we're not a couple scorpions, we
But
have
that
stuff
was
for
the
them.
district.
They say, yes.
And then she
Say,
said,
"That's
well, why
your
y'all
dog."
doing that? Do it this way.
You see what I'm saying?
Because the district.
And if they say, no, I'll take the rest.
Is that what it's gonna be? That much?
Have them come in there.
I didn't, the DA, we talked 6 figures, but that's multiple 6 figures. There's a difference in 300 and 100.
Yeah.
Well, and I think
Yeah,
it was way more than 100.
When he said the upgraded system,
Facebook.
yeah, it's more.
Oh,
Oh, no, it's re-engineering
I mean,
the whole air duct system.
Because the air conditioner's right there.
It's so loud, you can't hear it.
So it wasn't just like this type of stuff.
No,
No, it was.
It was engineering.
Yeah.
Designing, I mean, it was a lot, it was a lot. And I know that they said that there was an additional program that made it even better for the judge and the DA and everybody. But that was like an additional $50,000. And so when he said that, I was like, oh my God, if the upgrade is $50,000,
And
what is just the,
What is
what,
it?
And here
what's
was
the
the
basic?
fires thing. So we don't really know what it is. You're just saying this is to get started. And she's like, well, yeah, it is. I don't know. I mean, so. Because he needs the final number. He don't want to
Yes.
open it.
Oh, yeah, I understand
And
that.
I get that too.
Yeah, he's got to have a final number.
But she couldn't give it one. And she said she was not, she was, he didn't have physical. She was feeling like he wasn't understanding, we have to have this, you know? So, but-
Not one person said, why are you sideways the whole time? Underpaid.
Give him what we do.
I might pay attention to my children.
Well, that'd be good.
My children are missing their mother.
Yeah, you're gonna be missing a lot of family time.
It's tough.
Because I do not see you driving with me.
Right now, they're spread out. I've got 2 at National Night Out. Got 1 at work. 1 with her dad.
Is that okay?
The 3 older ones, their dad lives in Florida and travels international. So no, her dad does live in the community now for now.
So good, that's good. She's been home.
Yes, he hadn't been involved until I put my foot down a while back ago. So he's stepping up so far.
Well, good.
That is a good thing.
Until Heather Lauren walks in.
Oh.
We'll take what we can get.
Well, just one day at a time.
I mean, one day at a time.
Yeah.
That's what I keep telling myself right now.
Yeah.
Solve this problem first.
And sometimes when, sometimes. I like this
I've
week.
been that way for 2 years.
The state fair of Texas had a big mistake on its welcome sign.
Divorce will
How do
do
folks
crazy things to a person.
We're glad. Oh, you're here, it should be
And
you are
National
here.
Night
Uh-oh.
Out is pretty big this time because they have Howard Trails and normally they come down.
Oh,
I can already tell there's some mischief going on
Normally they
over there.
Oh. Oh,
They
okay.
do it,
They do it, they don't.
but it's at Capitol.
Yeah.
So I
uh-huh.
was shocked.
It's all together.
And the city also has the gym. I mean, it looked good out there.
At National Night Out. My daughter just sent me a video and it looks
Looks
like
like
there
there
was,
was, I was saying,
so they all come together.
yeah, it looks like it, because I wanted to go back. I wanted to see what it was.
Yeah.
The,
I heard the Weatherford, the city of Weatherford this year was released it and there's up, they were like doubling this up.
well, that looks really packed.
I mean, he did it when I pulled right over, and I was like,
The library,
The gym, all of it.
big concerted effort with the city.
That's good.
I feel like last year,
County is out.
did we do, was there something that happened? Because I don't know.
I don't recall.
I feel like,
I'm sure it was.
because I feel like it did happen. I was like, why didn't we have one of those?
But the year before, we did Zach, the sheriff.
Okay.
I went to the just, they were washing it back on them.
She done, was there a national night out last year in Mineral Wells? We did something?
It wasn't,
Was it not very big?
it wasn't very big because it was the transition from Mr. Sullivan going to city manager.
Is that
His
what,
chief
because I
coming in.
just couldn't remember being, like hearing really much about it or. But she was just saying that this year it's, and I just had a video from my daughter that was there and there's quite a few people
That's
there.
good, yes. They did a lot more this year. We collaborated for quite a while.
Good.
It's just a start, I guess, of many more.
And it's pretty nice weather.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like it was gonna rain?
Yeah, there for a while.
But tomorrow night, I think.
Are we getting rain? I didn't
And then
watch the
Thursday.
forecast.
Well, we need us, that'd be good.
Yes. And then next week, maybe, I mean,
Yeah, it's supposed to be cooling off, and that's gonna be great.
My garden would appreciate it if it did. Or I would appreciate it so I don't have to go every day for watering. Every other day would be nice.
no electricity bill, she did.
Mhm.
That's great.
Who you have for your garden?
Oh, I think the highest one, actually.
I've been using Energy Over for 2 years now, and I've been really, really happy how that's gone until this month. Apparently I've had I've got a new debit card, and for some reason it didn't get switched over with Energy Over, and so Wednesday of last week, I came over at like 9 a.m. The house was because it was her day to be there. I was on an hour. I called her like, I was like, yes, I'm not on. Apparently it didn't work, but I was like, in just 1 month, you're cutting me.
That happened to me once with my TXU, but they didn't cut me wrong. They just said, hey, you didn't pay your bill, they sent me an email.
When you're on auto pay, I don't pay.
You don't think about it,
I
yeah,
don't
it
pay
just,
attention, and if it didn't come out, I don't,
No.
it doesn't make that
I
enough of a
put
difference.
mine on my credit card to get current orders.
Right.
I am on auto-pay, but my credit card got confidence. I didn't think to change it then. So when they ran it, it didn't go through to switch it to another one, until I got the new one. And, but they didn't turn me off, they didn't even charge me later. They just sent me an email and even sent a hard copy bill with some big red letters, you are passed. And so I paid it.
Well, it happened with the city too, it all, I mean, both water and electricity, both.
Yeah.
The water went on the same day.
So when it happened with electricity.
They didn't turn the water off, they had a big,
yeah.
it was like, what?
And that's all
Yeah.
the way
Like,
The one that makes me angry is the cable.
What's that? Oh.
Because you pay the one, the cable, if you have you pay it, so how's it? And
I already paid last month.
they charge me, you know, a couple of cents.
That's how the toll authority, the North Texas Toll Authority is the biggest scam on the side.
Yeah, and they don't care what it is, they got you.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't holding you back. I just don't feel like,
I haven't seen your husband around lately, has he been working hard?
I just don't feel like moving.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I think,
You gotta get you
I don't know what it is. I've been working on this, I don't know. But yesterday you asked me, and he said, what time did you leave yesterday?
insurance.
No, I'm off at 6:30 and you were gone. I'm like, yeah, I left at 6. And I didn't get home last night until like 9, so I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's busy.
It's late hours.
It's that time of year.
Yeah.
Is it-
I'm trying to get the statements out. We'll just make sure you cover it. And then
Okay.
it's, yes, for your whole statement.
Yes, for sure, for sure for sure. As a matter of fact, that's on my storyboard list of things to start pushing here in the next few days.
Because we calculated.
What proposition is it?
I think it's, I have it in my car. Let me look.
I've got a bunch of stuff just sitting waiting for me to organize it and put it together and get it out there. I'm sure, I haven't even talked to Laura Watkins, I'm sure she's in over her head at the moment. The special election, if they're going to redo it.
Are they gonna have to redo it?
I don't know yet.
Oh, yeah, that's what I want to see.
The re-
Yeah, okay.
The ESD was on the executive session today. That's been my question is, why are they still gonna get this $140 from the county?
I have a sample ballot on my car, I need to look at that.
Seems like there's quite a few propositions.
There's a lot. And there are a lot.
There's property tax and there's water commission.
Yeah, she said there's a lot of good ones.
Where is it?
I just know which one I'm concerned with.
Aren't we all?
Well, yes, I want to get, if you don't pass it, I have to send out my statement.
You have to redo them all. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I was supposed to be at the appraisal district last week for my proposal, or my, whatever you call it, where I complained to them. Protesting. And it didn't happen.
Oh, that's late.
And unfortunately, just things got away that day. But I also knew that there wasn't really anything they were gonna do for me.
That's late though.
Why they launched just now?
Yeah.
The protest?
I'm not saying why, I'm just saying that's late. Well, they have a lot, and they have to have 95% of the laws certified before they send it to me, so you'd probably not lost 5%, but that's kind of late.
It
But
was just 2 weeks ago, before. Very end of August.
Well, I
Into
hate that-
September, because we're in October already. This year is close.
I know.
I think Christmas will be here.
I know, they keep telling us how many days.
I don't really know. I despise the holidays.
It just seems like it flies by.
Grinch. A Scrooge and a Grinch all at once. Scrooge.
Yeah, that would be awesome if you start putting that out a lot. That'd be good.
Yeah, well, people just need to be educated.
Yeah, and even if you just like.
Glenn's
just a
office
sample
sent me some
ballot,
stuff, yeah.
Because she even has a handout. She handed out on me, and she has a, with the documents.
Yeah.
And even in that, she has a handout. Explaining which one is.
Really?
Yeah.
Glenn Rogers, he sent me something the other day that was a great graphic that showed the number and like a quick highlight of what it was. I think it was 7 or something on
Only if you didn't do that movie.
there. I didn't show it to you.
But yeah, so that would be good when people know. Because they are on Facebook.
Oh.
That's going to be so good.
And we'll put it on the website and we'll push it through social media.
And it's a great thing for everyone. Are you guys closed on Monday?
I'm sorry?
Are you closed on Monday?
No,
I think it's Columbus Day.
I think so too, but no, we're open.
We do the day weekend.
Yeah, no,
Retail doesn't really do.
no, we take
Just major.
6
Yeah.
holidays a year.
And we got like 13.
We take New Year's, Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
No, day before, day after. Actually, they don't need to, you need to be open, that's a big shopping.
Yeah, retail, you don't.
You've gotta be open, yes.
Yeah, no, we'll be there. And I know banks and, like I said, county offices and all will be closed. Yeah, it's understandable if they do that.
Well, that's good, because then more people can go see it.
You see Navy in Nebraska?
Yeah.
So sometimes they're talking about being closed for solar eclipse. Have you heard that?
Well, I heard that's what happened, but I hadn't heard about people being closed, but some people talking about being closed.
Can't make that stuff up.
Not us.
No.
It's on the list, there are different counties. I'm not sure. I don't know, they were just saying, nobody else is coming and discussing it, it's so weird. And I'm like, well, when is this? I mean, I was worried it was April. It's next year, and they're talking about when they're gonna come.
Yeah, it's a long time off. Well, they want to get it on the
And the
list.
budget, but
Yeah.
it was just out last week, we passed our budget. So maybe these are just now, but they can amend that anytime.
Anytime, yeah.
Because, you know, they went back and, oh, Fred was so mad, they went back, every year they've always given us Christmas and the day after. They haven't started this Juneteenth, I guess.
Oh.
And they took the day after Christmas.
Oh.
Instead of just giving you another one.
Another day, yeah.
And it really was so mad. Yeah. It's weird.
Oh, when they had that tax, I remember, yes, I was at that. It was kind of a Zoom
We'll do that.
for the beverages.
Yeah. So,
Herbs
it's
is
all
all
not us.
access for the arson.
I'm sure it's so bad. And it makes sense.
Yeah.
Just because of,
Yeah.
but, we do both. We do veterans, we do all major. Like, the only place that probably gets more than us is the state. You know, our Texas, because they get like Texas Day.
Oh,
They get San Jacinto Day. We don't get none of that. But we get them all. We get 13.
Well, that's cool. What's he like?
Well, 12.
Very cool.
Because they took one of ours
Yeah.
and they exchanged it.
Yeah, they swapped it to another day.
Yes. But we all got so mad.
Right on the west side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really much more. And so we went ahead and did it, so.
Okay, well.
Well, because everybody's used to it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
And it was a matter of things that was
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't and just, they just messed up. But I don't know what'll take place this year because Christmas is on weekend.
Oh, it is. I didn't
It might be
remember.
Monday.
Yeah, I haven't looked.
But normally the 20th, I think it's Sunday. I think the 23rd is Friday. And, cause see.
Christmas on Monday, yeah.
Okay, so they're gonna, we're not getting any, we're only getting that day off, and not the day after. And normally we get both, so they did.
In others, you get 25th and 26th. And so
Oh, wait, I'm not telling the
liaisons.
truth. Usually we get 24 and 25.
Oh, okay, oh, the day before and
And
then,
the day
and,
after. We always get that. But, because it's a Sunday, they delegates. They're having commissioners court that day. So, although she's a civic clerk, because she has to. And so, basically, the only way we can do it is if we band together and close it here. And it's a higher position. It's terrible.
yeah.
You know,
Well, that's maybe, no.
because they're traveling.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it's crazy. We need like 24. That's good. But this year, we only got 24. And the husband only got one of them. I can't remember which ones. They didn't give us two last year because last year, they only gave us, I guess they gave us this day.
The 26th, the day after, yeah, because it was.
Because the whole weekend thing, because they were not giving us.
No, it's the newspaper.
But they only did
Why you want to see mine or why she ours?
said we were playing this Friday night, was Friday, because it was like. Because everybody says, we would rather not do Christmas. But somebody said, well, they don't have a choice.
Yeah, yeah, since it was made a federal holiday. Which I don't understand why it's a federal holiday. Because all it pertains to Texas. You know, so I don't understand why they made it.
And why?
Yeah, all these years, yeah.
That was my stepdad's birthday. So it's kind of sad, but he passed. He passed 2 years ago, so it's kind of sad the year after, and then they made it all that time.
Well, that's my sister-in-law's birthday. That's my older brother Skipper's wife, Nita. It's her
Oh, so
birthday.
she gets to have her birthday off now.
Of course, well, you know they're gonna jack up the prices. Anything's,
Yeah, they change so much stuff.
Yes.
I don't like those
I
history
don't,
stuff.
I don't, any of that. You can't change history, history's history. They're trying to, yeah.
It's so strange. A lot of that is just, did you ever watch the movies like
Actually, I have never seen any of the movies. No, we had listened to some of the book on tape. We used to do that when we would drive back and forth to Iowa, and that I would listen back.
So a lot of the stuff reminds me of science,
Yes.
especially the latest one.
I gave you two.
Yes. Even my grandma, they always
Oh.
it feels like it's closer than ever, but
It's not Paul said it. Yeah.
we
2,000
don't know,
years ago,
but
yeah.
that's how we're seeing stuff. It's like,
Mhm. Oh, I agree, I agree.
it's strange.
That's a great picture. Did you get some likes on that?
Yeah.
And how's your grandson? I saw
They're-
him, he's getting big.
He's doing good, he's doing good.
He's still in Christian school?
Oh, yeah, he's with Annette right now. His parents went to Fort Worth or something, I don't know. So Annette was gonna take him and we're still out high school.
She did.
Yep, they're still at the high school.
Does he like to do that stuff?
Oh, yeah.
That's all he knows.
It's the band meeting, but he'll,
I mean, he loves it. It's his,
yeah, he'll actually
Bullet
be
kid.
there with her, and then after that, they'll go home. Or they then go buy him some chicken or something, just something, so you have something different.
Best tattoo ever.
and one of your daughters teaches out there, right?
Yes, my oldest daughter, Becky.
Yeah.
Yeah, playing cards. I'll be the good teacher.
And she's still loving that?
Oh, yeah.
I still have some tickets in the purse.
She taught math for a number of years,
I'm
but
gonna go back.
about 2.5 years ago, she switched back into the CTE program.
I see that on Facebook.
Right, and she is actually teaching a class for kids that want to get an education, want to become teachers. And all. And at the time, the principal said that he wanted her to root out the kids that don't really want to do that, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of them going to college, saying, oh, I'm gonna be an educator, I'm gonna do this and that, then they get out of college and decide they work for 1 year or something, get out. To give them a good experience beforehand. So she takes kids to Lamar, she takes them to Houston or Travis, and they go and they shadow teachers. And
That's really neat. That's a neat job she has to do.
And the kids that go through the program and complete the program, the school districts in Wells will give them a interview. They won't guarantee them a job, but they'll guarantee them that they'll give them an interview. And she's had 3 get hired as paraprofessionals. So they may not be where they're able to go on to college at this time, and also able to get a job.
And see what the school system about.
Right, and a decent job makes them decent money, and see they want to pursue that. And then
And
probably
if you're not a school really watches you now in your teaching degree. I've heard a lot of people do that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's really good. I think Mr. Schwartz is
Oh, I think
I don't know when, but I think when he does.
Oh, yeah, it'll be a while, I think. Yeah, so it's several years to go before he retires, but I don't know. I mean, in the teaching world, I always talk about their magic number. They all know their magic number when they can retire. So I don't know what his is. Yeah, all makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, he's so blessed. He's
He did.
after that.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, yeah, we dealt with her, and I dealt with her.
She kind of came across me.
She was hard to get along with at first, but then we got to a good understanding, good working relationship. We got along good. I can see her face.
I know September colors was not big either.
And she was,
What day is Shane's birthday?
October 12th.
It's the 12th.
Did you text Brian outside?
I saw him yesterday, or I saw him that
and,
day, whatever day it was.
Gail
Saturday.
Laterius.
Yes,
Because
I was like,
whatever day it was, I
Laterius,
went.
yes.
What day is
When
this?
you went yesterday.
that's it.
9:30.
Yeah.
And she has such a
Wow.
different view on, like,
I
on
feel
dress
really
code.
bad now.
I mean, everybody had to be dressed up all the time, all the time.
Facebook had had the wrong
And
birthday.
John's very laid
I
back.
see them in jeans and t-shirts.
Oh, I know, well, now they are. But, and he's very laid back about that and all, but she wasn't. Man. No, they all had to be very professional. Business casual, I guess you call it. But anyway, but more professional dress than now, you know. And he's a lot more laid back on a lot of things. But yet he gets things done.
Yeah, he seems,
Yeah.
like, and Karen does a major job on all of it.
I know Brad.
Yes,
But
we
it
do.
seems like that he's.
October 18th.
Oh, I guess we only got
Okay.
one.
Yes.
Where that lady said like she was staying with Mr. I don't know that. That's just how.
Well, no, yes, but I agree
You're
with you.
nowhere
He's
near
everywhere, and he's all over social media
And he's
positively.
And I went.
Yes, and he's
I
at
mean,
each
not
of his
just-
campuses. He
Yes.
praises his campuses.
Yes,
And he's
yes.
sharing good things.
Got the day.
And he's
And
at
it's him
all of the,
sharing.
yes, him
Not-
sharing,
yes.
not just Karen.
No, him more than Karen.
Yeah, oh, yeah, more than Karen. Sometimes she's picking up what he's done and sharing
I rented
it.
out
And all.
one bar.
And that's
It's like Karen's 55th anniversary.
Well, I forget what it was, but it was something at Lamar here a few weeks ago, where he went and
I
dressed
saw
up
that.
like
I
Johnny
did.
Appleseed and all. You know,
It's
amazing.
At the wine bar.
We're at every level. At each school, it's nothing to see on every school.
Yeah, yeah.
I reported,
I mean-
Sadie's numbers are a little high.
I'm not saying it looks that way.
No, but he does make a lot of appearances, a lot of places. And
55 years, like how?
yeah, he's really good. He,
How's your dad do that?
I don't know.
well, whenever
I spent
they
about
started
an
high
hour out
school,
there. As a matter of fact,
he
I
was
had
a
something
teacher
to
at
do
high
with
school.
him. After about 2 hours.
And then through her high school years and all, he then went on up and got to be
He wasn't cooking the cornbread right. I'm
assistant
like, woman, the fact
principal
that
and
you
all.
got a man that's even up there
And
cooking
then
cornbread.
she was off at college, she became principal at high school. And then she graduated in 2010. I don't know, middle of May, whenever it was. By the end of May, he had hired
He's
her
a
at the high
sage.
school. And then he left the high
And
school
went
to
to
parent.
parents, and then he left.
But then he came
Then he came
back.
and brought some other people.
Yes, right. So, yeah, she had him as a teacher, and then he hired her, and
That's pretty cool. What does her husband
he teaches. He teaches actually over in Weatherford. He was teaching here. That he's in, and I don't really know the proper name, it's under the special ed department. But he works with kids that have behavioral issues and all.
So he's in Weatherford.
He's in
I hear
Weatherford.
that's Weatherford, I hear. I think it's more Toledo, I hear something with this school district.
Mhm. Yeah, Alito's really good. Weatherford
It's okay.
is okay, I guess, I don't know. He was at Austin Elementary for 2 years. Now he's at Curtis Elementary.
So he's at elementary level.
Elementary level. But he deals with the kids that have behavioral issues and all.
Well, that takes a special person.
It does.
It really
And
does.
that's not really what he had planned whenever he got into education. He was planning on teaching elementary age spectrum and all, but actually he got on here in the Wells at the junior high. And they needed somebody in special ed. And since we're a district of innovation, as they refer to it, you can easily get hired as one thing and then do all your certs and get certified in that and all. That's what he did and was here a couple of years, but then he went to work for education.
So that's really what
Yeah, he is really enjoys that and really gets into that. So.
And do they live here?
They live here.
So all of them.
They all live here, yes. Yes. After Mickey graduated college and then got a job back here, we told her to help her get a house and all.
Okay, this is
And, you know,
weather gray.
we did. And she lives over in the southeast part of town. Loves it. And then they got married and that's where they live.
That's good. I think it's better living in Weatherford.
Oh, yeah. A lot less expensive to live here than Weatherford.
And not less traffic,
Less-
less everything.
everything.
But you're close enough, but just less.
Oh, yeah, you're close enough. In fact, I think they're over there right now, actually.
At Weatherford.
Yes, I think that's where I saw them make a while ago. We do that thing where you can see where everybody is.
It's
Yeah.
funny, everybody is whole family, and I don't give one person that funny.
Oh.
Not one person that funny.
Maybe.
I mean, you don't know about it.
Oh. Well, he does, that's,
If he wanted it, he's no clue.
But he doesn't want it, yeah.
I mean,
He knows.
he knows what the deer camper is, and he knows how to locate those deer. I mean, like, you can't, nobody's business. But if you talked about location, you wouldn't even know what you're doing. He's like, okay. I mean, now he can locate those deer and those hogs and all that.
Yeah, well, Becky's in Weatherford right now, and Katie and Andrew are, well, see, there they go, now they're back together. They're probably headed back, they're right on.
Oh, yeah,
with-
that's hard.
Right there by the Leo
Coming
cutoff,
down.
they're headed back, yes. And that's my in-laws, we know where they're at. And then Annette is still at the high school,
See,
and I'm down here.
my sister, kids, all my sister's kids, my other sister-in-law, their kids, all of them did it, but not her. I don't want them to.
Yeah.
Because if I don't answer my phone, I don't want them to say, well, I know you're not going to answer your phone.
Yeah.
That's
Well, what we get is
because I
something.
have so much, and
Yeah.
I have this one sister, she don't live here.
Uh-huh.
I have to take care of all her stuff for her. And so sometimes she needs to tell me what to do. And I'll do it, but I want to do it when I sleep.
When you can, yeah.
Like sometimes I go to 6 in the morning, but and so if I can go to 6, my therapy say, why can't I sit home? And it's just like, why are you just sitting home? Well, because I don't want to. I don't want to say I don't want to, I just want to say, well, not right now.
Yeah, because I'm in the middle of something else. You may be watching a movie or whatever, you just.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think, and I don't want, but I will do, I can get this done, I'm gonna wait till it's over.
Yeah, I understand. Well, what we get a lot, and we do the same thing, is if we're at Walmart or something, one of our daughters say, oh, can you pick this up?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that so much as just her telling me, because she takes the trust. She'll never ask me, she's never once asked me, why do I want it?
She just assumes that you will.
She told me.
Oh,
Like,
she
okay, will you put it up? She's always the youngest. Yeah, and she's like, okay, now we can read my mail and do this and that. It never was, hey, I have to make the money, so I have to make sure her mail is done. I have to make sure I actually hire a laundry. I have to, and sometimes it's like triple times a year. I barely do my own things much.
yeah, much less hers.
What's the old bar in Mingus, the famous old bar?
The trio.
Trio.
And then no trio.
The trio.
The trio.
bar.
And then they have the Deer Leagues too, but that's not.
But that's not the store.
Famous one is the trio.
Deer Lease is right there.
And I think the Deer Leagues used to be the Mule.
Something like that.
And I think that's the one where the person
Got shot.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
mule. The mule look,
not the trio.
Okay,
The trio was the famous one for all the dancing.
Okay.
Everybody would all go.
The mule and where the
Took it
shoot.
away.
Okay.
Yeah,
But that's
cigarette
really
in the backyard.
Oh, that's the mule, the mule. Oh, the mule is the Deer Lease. That's probably where. Yeah.
Well, you might as well let her have it now.
That was Parsons.
It's ruined. I'll get another one.
Cossacks.
People are asking about the old doghouse, who's the oldest ranch.
The old doghouse? Yeah. I don't know who owns it, but I mean, you can easily find it.
I know, I was thinking.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
No, yeah, but anybody
Everything.
can look it up,
The highest
it's
card
not
in
hard.
the same suit.
The thing you get into, and I mean, you know, is sometimes if it comes back under a corporate
And if he
name or
doesn't
something,
win,
and you don't know who that is, but still, a lot of times you can go other places and look at, yeah, look,
but
yeah.
whatever I get. So then if I don't get 4 wins, then we'll negative 40.
Like I'm assuming that all the range stuff is under
I think
the
the East
Merlogic, so it's
It's under a machine. And it's a machine.
yeah,
Sheds, Robbie Spades are everybody's clubs are
Something
yeah, I'm sure he has reasons for that.
I tell you who's the one that's hard.
Oh,
That is some names. You, if you that's not shutting my car. I just feel that I'm excited. But that's what makes people aggravated. You don't feel curious.
yeah.
I mean, that's, and then, like someone just had this games that you've never been. But you
Yeah, they got
and where these people come.
Yeah, he didn't win it.
A football player, a famous football player owns the property. And when you pay for it, we just roll through every time you know your payment. So we always pick the payment up and pay. Bring your Bennett's check, we put that, unless you specifically say, can you park in this? Typically we do it in the check.
Right,
We have a reference of how
Well,
it's paid.
you have some, yeah, reference to look up on.
Yeah, he's paying me his since there's a one, you really need to change this, because we think it's not to eat this property. That's based on the check. And they want to bring it so they can't just go change it. Once it's done. It wasn't him requesting it.
Oh.
It was somebody that like didn't work very hard.
Well, okay,
It's
somebody
over the
that,
phone, we don't know.
right, yeah.
Well, it's public information, so it's public information. And
Right.
No, it was not him, it was, you know, and it wasn't that person. Because Lorraine almost doesn't. And she probably called him, his client, but we don't know that it was him.
Yeah, that does a whole lot.
Because you can see it on the website, because you,
Cody's your
before you
other
couldn't
partner.
see the receipts, but now they put
Now,
receipts
I
on
know,
there
I know,
and
I've
a
seen that.
statement.
Yeah, see, I looked at mine, and I don't remember now which one it is. There's something that comes up in mine that says it was paid by somebody else, I don't know. This was a few years ago.
I can fix that.
Well,
I'll
next
tell
time
you,
I see it,
I'll
I'll
tell you
mention it
what,
to you.
I'll tell you what, yes, and I'll, if I think about it. Because you always pay with, property tax, right?
Well,
Or
if
when I
it's
see how it
for-
was before.
If it was Bennett's stuff, yeah, if it's my personal
It'll
stuff,
be
I
Ron
pay
Bennett.
my, yeah, my personal check.
I'll see like the year before how it was paid correctly, I can change it.
Yeah, oh, I know, yeah, I figure that's what
And
it
it's
is.
probably the customer before you get the money because you always tell them.
Mhm.
And it's probably the customer before. Except
Was-
this year you did online.
Yeah, I've done last 2 years, I think I did it
You
online.
think it was from then or then?
No, it's before that,
Okay,
it's before that.
because then, it was Beth clear.
I'm not gonna turn up the music.
And I sometimes very randomly find that, and that is our area, we will change that.
Mhm. Well, I will look again just to look, when I get to the computer and think about it. And then I'll mention it sometime when you're not busy.
Yeah, I'll still do it.
Oh, I know you will.
Yeah, send me a text, I'll change it, I'll do
Do
it.
you know if, Mr. McGuire intends to run?
To the best of my knowledge, yes, but I mean, I can't guarantee anything, of course. I mean, but I had asked him prior, I think this past summer, we went to a meeting at the chamber and I think he
Indicated.
yes. At that moment, he had every budget. Put it that way, that's the way to cut it.
Yeah,
Like all the way?
and I hope it does.
Yeah.
I'm a big Brett fan.
Well, unless he's ready to retire.
Well, yeah,
I mean, other than
exactly.
that, I don't know why he wouldn't.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, if he was ready to retire, that's
Then I get that.
understandable. Yes, exactly. Although I don't know if I'll ever reach it.
I know, I don't think I can stretch because your dad.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's different from like whenever you're in a public office or
Versus-
you're a school
You have a
teacher.
family business that's
Right.
been around a long time, so when
Yeah, and, well,
you can retire if one of your daughters, well, your one daughter's gonna do it.
I don't know, she is or not.
She hasn't committed.
No,
I didn't know.
no, she hasn't committed. In fact, she's teaching herself at a community Christian school. Last year she taught one class, this year she's teaching 2 classes. Well, she hadn't got certification for that yet, but she's kind of trying it on, so she wants to pursue that, yeah. And she's actually in some college courses this semester and working towards that, but she hadn't said.
Did she go to college for something different? And she's,
She went to college, started out, and she was going to be,
I wanna go back.
called, what is
I wanna
it?
go to the rodeo.
Where you study rocks, water formation, geology. Geology. And, well, see, she went 1 year to college, did great, and then got married.
okay, so she's not like that.
No, no.
Love first.
Yes.
She has a baby. You know.
Oh, yeah, and then she did take some online classes whenever they were out in North Carolina, whenever Andrew was in the Marines, and so she did some online classes there, and she's doing, now she's doing some more, so.
Well, that's good that she's able to do that to see. That's really
Right, exactly.
That's really fun. Does she, does he work at your house? I thought he did. Okay, so he is there.
He is there.
And you don't know if he wants to do that?
Well,
Or that might not be an option for now?
I don't, he has some other issues that have come up.
Okay.
He has, boy, has some issues come up when he was in the Marines. He had, I don't know the full details of it, but it was some type of thing where they were, he was in the motor pool thing with the big trucks and all, but they were using jet fuel instead of diesel fuel, and caused a lot of community, and it damaged a lot of their, and so he ended up with some major health issues.
Oh, wow.
And then, so he got out of the Marines, and because of that, though, he retired out of the Marines, so he has retirement. But also he has his medical covered from now on because of these issues.
From the VA?
From the VA, yes.
So he'd been medically retired?
Right. And then but then he has some other issues came up, and he has had some seizures.
Oh, no.
And this was all during the COVID.
And that could be some of that stuff related.
Well, I don't think it was
Not
COVID.
COVID.
Yeah, some of it's military related. Yeah.
I mean, some of that other stuff.
Right. So anyway, but the problem is they have not determined what triggers the seizure. They determined it's not epilepsy. And they've determined a bunch of things that I have not really.
Someone talked about a
narrowed down to
story,
what
I don't really think they're
triggers,
from
so-
here, but they've got some
My
project
dad
that
has
was
seizures.
released in Nashville.
And my sister has the same thing. Isn't that strange?
That is true.
But this guy sounds worse.
Well,
This was not. There's something.
But he will have seizures. Feel free to go across the street after. All kinds of.
Is it? Oh.
It goes, up and down, goes a long time where it has, and all of a sudden, we've hit a low spot and there's a lot more seizures than
So
we'll
you
have
just
this.
never know.
Never know. Like, yesterday morning, until I have what we refer to as freeze up, so it just.
How would that not happen if he's driving?
Well, that's a concern, yeah.
That's bad.
So,
I mean, that's deep.
mhm. So, but because of that, he can't look anywhere else, so.
Well, you might not can run that either
Mhm.
because of the health.
Yeah. And so, but anyway, so they're working through that and going to all kinds of doctor appointments.
I hope they get that figured out. For him.
Mhm.
Scares me.
And they will be there Saturday night. Kate
Yes,
Andrew.
and they're so nice.
Mhm.
So, I haven't seen your other employee, his name, any other time his name. It's the copy guy.
Oh, Troy? Or John? Or Jeremy?
Yeah, Jeremy.
Jeremy, the salesman.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. How's he doing?
Yeah, he's still around.
Is he doing good?
Yeah, he's still doing good.
Good. He's always so nice. All of them so nice.
Yeah, he's been with us a long time. Jeremy's been with us
Because he went,
24, 25 years. something. Yeah.
he went to one of your banquets and stuff.
Yes.
I got invited to your table.
Mhm.
Him and his wife, very nice.
I think she works out for
Driver's
the
license.
driver's license
Yeah, because he
officer.
told me one time she might want to switch. I said, well, I don't know about her. I said, there's state insurance.
Mhm, yeah.
It's the rest of it.
Mhm. Yeah, I know. And
It's the rest of your life.
well, she was having a little problems back.
That was a year ago when I bought that, when we got the building.
Well, she was having some problems, and I couldn't tell you exactly what the problem was. It turned out to be something to do with thyroid, I know that. But it caused her to have a lot of anxiety, a lot of anxiety.
So it was gonna be a
It was a medical issue, and she was having some trouble with some of her fellow employees, and where she would just, in the morning, be throwing up, be just sick, and all, couldn't go to work.
And you know that's hard for people because the state, they do it. So they just need to check it out.
Yeah, but during the COVID, it was real hard to get,
And people
anyway,
get more frustrated.
yes, but after they could finally determine that it was something to do with thyroid, there was only like 2 places.
We're getting excited already.
in the country where they,
Just gotta go cut the big water.
where they actually do surgery on places in Florida and other places out in Arizona. But they end up going out to Arizona to see this doctor. Well, their local doctor here got a referral. Anyway, they went out there, saw her, then they went out there and she had the surgery and all. And man, it just completely
So she's
right.
all better.
Yeah, she's a lot better. Yeah, she's doing
But she
great.
hung in there because I know it's my neighbor. It's just as people I they want to
Yeah.
And so I'm pretty sure that was worse when she didn't feel like medication.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that she hung in there because
She hung in there. In fact, she even here a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a month, I don't know, ago, she tried for another job, which would be a promotion. She ended up not getting it, but she still applied for it and she tried for it. Which to me says down the road, when that or another one comes open, that she'll, and she'll eventually get right in.
sometimes promotions aren't great, but because like the state, sometimes they're into dispatcher and you have to do different shifts.
Yeah.
It sounds better because you don't.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, this was still with the driver's license office, but it was overseeing 3 or 4 offices, so you would travel around
Oh,
those.
and that is good, yeah.
So anyway, but like I said, it's great insurance, and she needs to stay with it. And I think she will, because
Oh, I
she's got
do.
this health issue behind
I
her.
have no doubt. If she has to do that, she'll do it.
Yeah.
And I think she knows.
Oh, I know, she knows, yeah.
I mean, the state insurance.
Oh, yeah. Well, and just
It's our October.
within the last 4 or 5 months or whatever it was, Jeremy has gone on to state insurance. Because he lost insurance, well, I say he lost, he was on. It's a Christian thing where you pay, I forget what it's called, but it's a Christian healthcare or something like that.
I've seen that.
Right, but anyway, he's gone on, yeah, him and
Which
his son
husband?
Ethan were on
The
that.
front page.
But Ethan now is,
Six.
graduated in May, and he now started working at Walmart, and so he can get insurance at Walmart. So, because it worked good for him to do that, and then Jeremy's gone on with Amanda.
There's not like a
Yeah, they're very
limit, they don't say, okay, you've done it 17 times.
I think all.
Are you being serious?
Well, thank you,
They're all there.
No, no, sir, you don't. I'm just not doing
we're pretty blessed.
You already know my
I
suggestion.
know your suggestion.
You really are, yeah, full staff.
Yes.
People just don't work.
Yeah, that's very true, people don't want to work.
And if they do work, they don't work. They're really don't work, they just work.
They just want to get paid, they don't want to really work, but it's hard to get somebody that's going to be dedicated, and
I
going
think
to be
it
there.
was, Brad approached me with this very recently.
About what I said?
Yes.
I had it
I
years
know
ago.
we've had this theory.
Years ago. And if you would have done it, you would have, the last 3 years of your
And
life
of
would
course,
have
Beth
been
doesn't make it.
spectacular.
Yeah.
Instead, what do? You keep going back to
I
that
don't
work,
know. It's-
so to speak. As it
Yeah,
Is he kind of new? Like a couple of years?
probably about 2.5
I
years.
figured it's the same.
Yeah. And Nathan, he's as sweet as he can be and all that, but
He's still learning.
he's still
He's so
good.
cute. I call him.
We're gonna try to make it.
Can you ask her something? I said, I wanted to, I said, ask her about this, and she went in, and I said, you might can help me. I said, I'm not gonna be rude. I said, I just want to get advice on something. Mom just had to call you back, and I said, okay. Because it wasn't his comfort zone.
Yes,
But he
yes.
was not knowing what.
No, I understand.
Yeah, it was something that tells me
Well,
he's trying
it's-
to learn things.
Yes,
get 10
and also
to go
you
on
want,
this
I had to have it right now.
Oh, no.
You know, so we thought, well, I'll just let her handle it.
And if he was the young boy,
Uh-huh.
even following us. Yeah. No, he was very nice.
Yes. Well, I've worked for years to get where I don't get prices.
Yeah, it is.
I tell you, I don't like, well, we're running opposite. Well, so like emergency room, we cannot do this. What you're telling us is one thing, but then when you get in
Until
front of
you
us,
see it,
it's
and
different.
you see what's on the
Oh,
computer.
you didn't tell me it was out of state. You didn't tell me the date on it. That changes everything.
Everything, yeah.
So we do
That,
not
and
do
then I
that
reported other
in one department, but I have to get on the other department.
That was
You
part
need
of
to
it,
make
'cause
sure
we're all
it's
the
the same
same.
name we look for. We want to give you that and then some, because
all
you're
the same.
That's what you said.
Get the hell out of my
We
restaurant.
only gave you this name.
Yeah, what about these other?
Because we are. almost
Charlie was
like
there too, she was so embarrassed.
And if we don't have exactly like that timing,
It's like, you know,
and we.
embarrassing dad,
So we have
and I'm
to.
her neighbor, get the hell out of here.
Yes, yes, I can see that.
Yeah, so I get it, and so I get it. And he probably was, but he was so nice, he goes, well, she'll be in this, I think she's just stepped out. I said, but yes, I was in here.
Yeah.
Some last minute stuff. I got my stuff done really early. Because I was training somebody and then Sharon Max said, she's been in the school. It's her, me, and sad news. She said, sad news.
Because I don't understand.
Yeah, we'll put all the turkey and some roll.
I don't know how to tell me or
Yeah. It wasn't greasy. Yeah, that's. Did you give it all to him?
No, keep in mind, she can't walk, she's on crutches. Wow. In a brace, this one week, her good leg, she, and he figured it
5 minutes is all I got.
and then they even said that was 60%. So now she can't walk at all, she's in a wheelchair, and I'm just like, this is terrible. It's so
Somebody gave
terrible.
them a what?
I know, she's having a hard time. And it's like, yeah, I just, she didn't come in and get out here. If you
Special.
Well, that's
I
how
don't
they
think
discuss things that they talked about, that they mentioned.
I'm making
They have to have a lawyer there.
you could
But you can do with,
you don't
Go through the charter.
exactly. And you're holding her job, I mean,
And then, oh yeah, the interlocal came in between ESD and the city.
okay.
That's kind of a big deal.
You're not doing something.
There's their people outside of the county, so now ESD is going to is the
after that, I'm
policy.
not in trouble.
What?
I said, so he's done, he's used,
I haven't heard anybody say, but
because that's
the
what's
finance director.
I said, if you want to be attorney, I said, I don't know how to teach you to do it. I don't know.
He's from
Right, right.
I know that.
Until they stay up to
There's rubbish on the floor.
I haven't told you,
So I think that there's those people. I said, "Jim, I was like, I don't know. But I don't know.
And sometimes it's not just financial, sometimes it's
See,
just,
they didn't get their
being out
3,
about
so it's
social
minus 30, but
you know,
just
just,
they actually get
She
7.
doesn't want that because she's
They had
allergic.
to.
yeah.
But she also doesn't want me to think she just don't want to.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think if you can be in trouble, but I also know if it's in society,
You're lying,
you try to do on that type of thing.
Oh, yeah, the more you're going
But
to.
it's not that she's that's a problem. It's different when you have this issue.
Yeah.
But I still have the same, I'm like, do what you want to do.
Well, yeah, do what, yeah.
But, you know, she was
What do you do? I just heard you say something about football, I was like, I kind of heard football. I just kind of,
Well, that's good.
I struggle to write.
the Packers of Green Bay.
And 12
Yeah, the Giants of New
These
York.
are cheating Karen. She got the white ball in, and she got her salad in. But now you can move it.
So it's kind of really good, she says, either way.
Yeah.
And this is what's
Oh, yeah, a lot less traffic. Come down here.
one time I tried.
And then the
Stuff.
It's
So specific.
No, I got.
it's gonna be like
Yeah.
That's all for you. That's what happened.
No, that's not very
I'm gonna tell you, good composition, I can tell you.
Jared.
I need one of those cheers, because I'm not standing.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Sandra, she's a worker. She's not lazy. There's not one thing about her. And her, not her. Because she's constantly crazy.
Yeah, and she's not able to go and all she wants to.
No, she cannot do it. I know, it's not good. She's a turn puppy.
Hopefully, everything will heal up.
Yes, send it back. Better than before. Better than before.
And hopefully they got all the things does she know she has to do any chemo?
No, she said that her father is December 6th.
Oh, okay.
So we won't know anything.
Won't know anything until then.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hopefully she will not have to do any chemo.
Come over here. Yeah.
Well, obviously the doctor is still going to be very right.
Yeah, because we were talking, you know, like, because she thought, I don't think it was the end of the year. And I mean, it's so bad. You can't just wait until Monday. And I think because that was for her to meet the deductible. That's what it was. Because Thursday was the 27th, 28th, and then Monday starts your deductible. And if you're a surgery, you're going to meet your deductible. It's $5,000, but the county reimburses you $2,200. So that surgery really takes 20, and I think we were talking about that. I said, it's just sad you couldn't wait 2 days. And she goes, I asked, I said, there's no way he's already getting me. I said, then if it's that situation, you do it.
Okay,
You just do it.
you just do it,
But
yeah.
see, I didn't know it was that situation.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of her.
Right.
And she said, no, I asked her, I said, let's do this.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's what, they give you the advice and that's what you do.
You can throw them in the washing machine and wash them.
Lululemon.
No.
So that's good.
It wasn't 32. Oh,
I don't know, I just.
It's basically,
I live in
if you're a family 10,000,
I guess it was
it's 1,000. And you have to pay
not real big ones.
5,000.
I don't know what to mean.
And then we have unstable taxes. You guys found out about it?
Yes, yes, we are old.
Joy birds.
Okay, right, don't ask me anything, my brain is not functioning right now. I apologize. Bird dog, that's it, look up bird
The
dog.
one we use, I'm just saying,
How long
it's,
will it
like the
it's
challenge.
just amazing to see that ours is
Hey, I have another question.
It used to be really good, and now it's just not great.
Okay.
But it's something,
Oh, yeah, it's something.
but it's sure not right.
You start matching your nose.
Very wiping on the inside of my shirt. Wet spots all around my neck.
Yeah.
I like that time, that's what we used to have.
Yeah.
We have to do HSA.
He's got it now.
And so, they have insurance.
I'm trying to make him win a hand.
But it's still something.
It's something.
I'm glad about
So
that.
the best thing we can do is, we don't want to get up to 3.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
He's out of spades, so.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard to do.
I'm just not gonna worry about that until.
Mm-hmm.
And the county will pay you when you're 65.
But no time for it, you know.
But I don't think it's been children.
Yeah.
Because he's retired. And then he's getting a bad person. So probably I don't know.
Yeah, I understand.
I have to be so convinced. I can't get away from her.
Oh, I understand. I understand completely. No, you're.
So unfortunately, when I do, I don't have insurance. I mean, unfortunately.
That you have.
But it was doing over, yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
So, because of the
Because of the insurance, yeah.
So your brother possibly is interested in that one? I see him in the county judge job.
I mean, I guess he is. I haven't spoken with him, so I don't know.
type now.
But I guess he's interested, that's what
Doesn't
I,
he have a good job?
no, no.
I don't like that.
I want to be able
Well, he should be good at it. I think.
I mean, he's capable, yes.
Yeah.
You're done.
I mean, I don't know if
And then we're
But the political part, the, yeah.
Politics and
The-
finance, so it could be great.
Right, the professional part of it has been, like I said, the budgeting and the managing and all that, yeah.
That would be great. I don't know that.
Yeah, but, yes. And then, of course, she was right there with Ted though for a long time.
Yeah, but my son,
Mhm.
And if you have the right staff, it's been very nice.
Yeah.
And
Ex-
that, they have good staff.
Mhm.
Clint Bryant, he'll probably retire.
Well, no, it would be 6 if we had 6, but so anything over 5
We'll
is
move
just
up,
1
yeah.
point.
And then
Anything over what they are,
the ones
is
been
1
there.
point, everything else.
Yeah.
We know the ropes.
Yeah, and we'll know, yeah, and we'll handle things. Yeah. Well, now, he worked for,
Hey,
a
thank you.
road for a while.
Yes, sir.
No,
No, I'm not there right now. I'll be back here in a little bit. You need something?
Oh, well, he did the restaurant, yeah, but also before that was ranch management. He,
How many
he managed
pieces?
the ranch behind us there, the Firewater Ranch.
He does a lot of stuff. He's talented.
3 pieces?
Yes, he is. Is that right? Yeah, I know Gary.
10 foot.
And we grew up together.
You need about 20
All
what do you need,
the
20
way
feet?
through.
Yeah.
Super nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, he went to work.
The trim?
It's right on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the metal.
And well,
The metal?
Louis, Gary and I are all the same age. We grew
Oh,
up together.
oh, yeah,
Went to
yeah,
school
yeah.
at Cullen
Okay.
Grimes, all the way up.
Yeah, okay,
Lewis's father
yeah,
had a little
how's it,
old
can
store
you,
down
I'll be,
there.
can I call you when I leave here? Okay, yeah, I'll call you, then, yeah, then we'll do it. I got it, I can do it for
But
you.
now,
Okay, bye.
His name, Mitch, he has a little kid, and I think Louis sees that little baby alive.
Yeah.
Which I think he's 2 or 3 now, but he's so cute.
Oh,
And Mitch is on there, and people just loves it.
Oh, good.
That was a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, so, he's definitely changed.
Mhm.
And I think Louis has been remarried. That was what got me out of Liz K.
I don't know what it was.
Okay, I don't know his wife down.
Well, yeah, I didn't know his other one.
I didn't see that.
Oh, we got 2 sheep with him.
But I guess she was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sad.
We got,
And I
oh
had
yeah,
a
she's got 2,
Sunday
we've
that
got
was-
1 in the
That's so
April.
sad. And I don't want to.
Yeah.
They've been married for a few years now. He used to come all the time. When he had the truck. I mean, all the time, because everything came due different times.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really see him. But he's retired, I think.
Mhm.
They're not 75-year-old men getting, I mean, pants. These are hot, hip, young men.
That's not me. One of those just described to me.
That's all it's
Yeah, 752, I was just curious what time it was. That's a good question. And that's still, she made it home yet. Well, she's made it home because there's a thing on the 14 minutes ago, she made it home to food.
I'll give you a.
Well, the back door camera,
Oh,
detector doorbell
okay,
camera.
a different thing came on.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're home now.
It's Virgil.
Yes.
They're real good quality.
I'm looking at it.
Oh,
Today? Unless the parents.
and-
They have
No,
some
no,
That beat 'em
they're
up.
home. Becky's home.
Everybody's.
Well, they're
home.
back in town, they're not home.
Your wife, I know how much
Everybody's
your wife
home.
makes. You can
Let
afford
me,
it. I know how much you make, you can afford it.
and I'll make it eventually.
Yeah.
The plate keeps
Well,
coming
actually,
out
they're
of the
probably
wall.
headed out to my house to pick up
Yeah.
their son. Yeah, that's what they are, they're headed
You
out
want
there.
skinny jeans?
They're
What do you think?
1921 sandwiches.
You want flat front?
No, we don't think they're gonna have any more?
What do you want?
No.
Your other daughter, maybe?
You're skinny
Sherry.
before, please.
I don't think so.
Because both of them, we're not kids.
You know what?
The nice joggers. You can jogger pants, 118.
I don't know.
How often do you think I jog or work out?
I don't know, you make a jog.
And
We can eat in those pants.
Oh, it really is. I mean,
Like seriously,
You're
I had
always
30 minutes to
Oh,
myself.
I assume Becky's always.
She
I either
is.
go
So
to
you're always
sleep,
starting season on stuff.
Oh, she does.
looking
She
at X
does.
Twitter,
And she's
or
like,
I'm watching something on HBO Max
I'm
like
gonna think about this
Chernobyl.
long.
Great show. Oh my.
And they probably used to.
They are used to
Here
their
you go,
time.
running for
They're
30
used
minutes.
to it.
Run
And
during
that
college.
changes like
Yeah.
that because you
For your-
know.
I mean, it's not like about that. It's the kid factors.
Yes,
I don't know.
yes.
And fit time in.
Oh, man, you look good. You still run?
Yes.
Never did.
For sure.
No.
Have you seen his mama? It's called Good Genes. We don't all get the rest of it.
Did you watch
Hey, Chief, you need me to get some Snickers?
Snickers?
Gonna be a while?
That was funny.
20 minutes maybe, we got one more thing.
You can order a pizza. You got it. You can order a pizza, you got it.
Oh, Brenda's buying?
Yeah, yeah, I'll get you a pizza.
Oh, nope. Nope. I mean, if you haven't seen Chernobyl,
Really good. I don't ever have time to watch television.
again,
I don't even know
Decided
why
you're
I
the one
paid
who wanted
$70
kids.
for Hulu.
well, it's 85 now.
Well, I don't have kids, and I don't watch television, I don't have time. But he wants to
I
get
know,
done.
it's
He's
my
only
kid,
got a
this
job.
pays that
Well, we don't.
I just don't talk to him.
Well,
I don't choose to spend my time
we
doing
don't,
that.
we don't watch a lot of TV. If we watch anything, it's late at night.
Yeah.
You know.
If I watch TV, it's on the weekend, like if I don't like around my house, and we might like, stream some movies or something.
Mhm. But no, we, like last night, we were still down at the store till 8:30.
I didn't know it was midnight last night.
Yeah, this time of year,
But wasn't my job
Oh.
at midnight, thank goodness. But I was late to my job. My job was 8:30 or 9.
I can't check it.
And I wanted to go over to Linda and John's house. Visit her. And so it's just like more.
Oh, yeah, you watch me
So it's like, 4 o'clock this morning.
You know, Brett.
I can imagine.
I did, but I didn't want to.
What, it's just
And it sure made the day hard, didn't it?
It's a long day.
Uh-huh.
It was a long day.
I hadn't said
Hold on,
that
hold on.
It was
Hold
a
on.
very long
You
day.
need water?
But,
I'm gonna bite down.
and what makes it
swallow.
hard
Real
is
hard.
really, I'm just waiting for something coming.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's not super busy. But we were doing like last minute checking. I checked those rates 3 times and I had 2 other people do it.
Yeah, well, you got to, yeah.
That's what I told my staff, because they're relatively new. And I don't bring them, I do it myself, and I'm like, okay, this is the stuff that really can't help you because I don't want to do it.
Mhm.
It's gotta be right.
It's gotta be right.
Yeah. And I'm struggling with the,
That's kind of what she said.
They changed their account. They put their account numbers. And they changed all the tables and how we code the agents in the law. The agents do the statements like you mentioned. And so I'm having a big struggle with that. I spent 3 days at home trying to fix this stuff. I've had to come to the conclusion that force listening, that's the only decision because it's I've noted this and the new company don't put like the wells it's good to fall. So I can't see.
You can't say one from here to here to here.
Has a $600 flight.
And so there's a good chance there's I have a 50% chance I'm going to get 100% right or not. And typically I work really hard and I've still worked very hard on it.
You're not even talking about that side of
Yeah.
So they went from pressure now to capital. And then so capital just doesn't want to do it. And they don't work for me, they work for capital.
Was it Brandon with an O-N or E-N?
Oh,
So
A-N.
that's when we started.
R O-N, B-R-A-N-D. I gotta think about it when you answer.
Yeah.
Glenn, good to meet you.
Doing that, I'm with them.
Oh, good to meet you, yeah.
But at the end of the
Well, good. Yeah, I mean, we just,
I see.
we need everybody over here looking around.
I love seeing it. I've been doing this 30-something years.
Oh, have you really?
I'm used to being alone with council and staff.
And hold on, Glenn, remind me of Evans?
Evans.
Glenn Evans, okay. Yeah, well, good. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, it's unfortunate, you know, people get so dang busy that they can't keep up, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be. That's how they got it fixed. That's what we figured out. Not just here, government-wide.
I don't see anything like this in the country.
And it's a
Or the
shame.
school board.
Well, and I'll tell you, man, what I've been thinking about doing, see, like we all, you know, you have subscribers and stuff. And, you know, so you can get paid. The hard part about this side of it is like right now, I need to be on the road. You know,
Oh, man.
I gotta travel, you know,
And
so
now-
I need to head out.
Yeah, I really thought we was getting
And,
it tonight.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I've been thinking on that, like how to get the funding, just to be able to pay the bills, you know? And I know it's tough, even like with the paper here, you know, they went out of business. And a lot of
That was on
people.
paper.
Oh, it was, yeah, and,
Oh, I'm getting it.
you know, it's just the nature of it, you know, government's always wanting
Well, I'm
to
hoping
overtake the people, and
because
then it becomes, and it's tough, you're the only guy in here, man, it's tough.
It's a responsibility.
and that's what
Well, I know, but that's, but see what happened, like with David, when he was over here, he got chummy with all these folks across the board.
That's when I went to the chamber.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know,
it's coding the first one, which is
it's almost like a double-edged sword, though, because
but then any payments
I almost have
too.
a sympathy
But now once
with the government, because
so we could do
like
that.
when Lance was here, no, it's a double-edged sword. See, they keep people out for so long,
That's when
then nobody wants to do it. You know, because people just give up. You know, like Chris, when I seen him and all that kind of stuff. You know, but then they pad all these awards with their buddies.
Until we see
And that's what we found the last time when we were doing this. Lions Club, Rotary,
and nothing
Mason.
can be worked there.
Yeah, I mean,
Did do a creation today.
and the average Joe, he never crosses the line. How it works. And it doesn't, I don't believe it necessarily starts out nefarious. But then it's like, hey man, you're already doing this, hey, I'll get you to do the whatever. Well, now to the point, Glenn, where my beef on it is the city cannot get a job done because there's so many fingers in the pie.
We'll meet back first thing and.
Do what?
So many jobs going on.
Yeah, but, well,
Look at the streets and all that.
oh, yeah, but
Just because you're there, that doesn't mean they're gonna be
what they
There's
do
other times I could work, but
is, over the years, you know, it was really bad whenever they had like the industrial foundation. Apparently so. Now, if you look into like with the Industrial Foundation, with all these groups, that kid that's usually sitting up here. Well, somehow he's the later Richard Ball, who's dead. Okay. When you look at all these people, they all go to church with Kirk Horton.
Little area to really.
And it just so happens.
Calls everything to the office.
Get out, the lake out at the State Parks Drive. Can't prove it, but there's a tap.
Well, what the official word is TCEQ makes them release water to get the flow, so which is true, so they release it to the golf course.
Well, but here's what
GS,
happens.
GS,
Now this is,
GX,
here's where it gets real
ISF,
fuzzy. Because they are releasing water.
Oh my God.
See, when Lance Howard comes there, I don't know if you know Land Murphy.
Yeah, we
So
did.
Land
We never
lives
got
out there. Him and Joe.
That was when we had the
And I went on a little tour with them today.
what's your model?
Dave released.
GS, I think it's
You're
a
right,
GX something.
technically you're right, okay, so 300,000 gallons a day they release it for almost a straight month, okay?
And if Shane
Well,
shows up, he would get one.
But they're not releasing
Are you
that
going
from
to Gallup, Nebraska?
the state park, they were releasing that from the pipe that feeds the back of the base over there, because the pipe, because that water gets stagnant. Now, the deal is, Lance told them, all you have to do is put in a chlorination injection into that. It's no different than a swimming pool or nothing else. You gotta get the chlorine in stagnant water, or it is, it's gonna get algae, it's gonna go down.
Oh,
Or,
sorry.
that was one suggestion,
apologize.
or they
Yes,
loop
I
the
am.
water.
Okay.
They connect a pipe to circulate, yeah, you keep your flow
Wait,
going.
should I
But
go get my kids?
that's the same beef that we got out here at the lake.
8:04.
Well, okay, you're losing 75% of the water getting in here, floating it down a creek. We have suggested in there on the fourth, to build a pipeline. Okay, so not only did they dump, you know, you figure, it came out to about 8 million gallons of water. That they dumped, not to the state park, they just let it run down the creek. Now supposedly that creek feeds
that part out.
to some pond on the other side of the road. Now, and that may actually be the case, that may be the
And that's
case.
not an alarm. My alarm's set for 5:30.
But you dump 8 million gallons, but then you have to do a factor of
Well, it
4,
doesn't wake him
which
up.
is 32 million
It goes
gallons,
off at 6:15, 6:30.
just from
It doesn't wake
the
him
actual
up. Sometimes
going
I
from the
remember
lake,
something
losing
like that,
75%,
but I
treating
usually
that
don't
water, and then
do
dumping
it.
the
So it
treated
doesn't
water.
matter.
So
Yeah.
that's part of the story that's not connected.
So, yeah, that part of it, it doesn't wake him up.
Yeah.
He doesn't get up till 7.
And, I mean, if it was one instance,
He's a ball captain.
it's, so, you know, you kind of, I don't get, you know, I'm not gonna get involved.
His heart
But
is
when you're
sure
talking
that-
about saddling a blighted community,
And they don't do
which
that.
they have intentionally
They're
blighted
not like
throughout the
that.
years to get Texas Capital Fund money, they intentionally kept this place. I mean, you don't have to, you just drive around, you can see. Everybody that goes to school here gets free lunch because there's so many impoverished people. Now, I'm not talking about, I'm not against poor people, but when you have a saturated concentration, you know, this place is, and they beautified downtown, but they painted themselves in a corner to where people, I haven't seen this, and I don't know, maybe you know something about this, but all around this county, Arthur County, everywhere, Metro is just booming. Mineral Wells is not. And it leaves somebody scratching their head. What if that was done? Down 281.
Garrett Morris.
Oh, Garrett Morris. You know what? I don't know what happened. That was gonna be like 2000. And I don't know if it was a water issue. I don't know.
Most people were even coming to council meetings up until about a year and a half ago.
One, I think
They
that,
told me we're gonna start running dirt next month.
and I think there was,
Every time I drive down,
But here's what but this is over and over. Okay, well, somebody brought it up to me today. Okay, you're bringing this one up. I forgot all about that one. Somebody brought it up to me today that, one of these folks out at Palapena, they were given a grant money to build a new ramp out there at the lake. They pissed that money away, never even did anything with it. And I'm just like, oh my God, you know, so it's just,
That's how I learned about.
and these guys, they're puppets, but they're sitting here supposedly driving a bus. It's the people behind them. That's really what it is. And there's a concerted effort to just, everybody, you know, all that old cliche about rising water, it's all shit. But these folks, they can't see that if it's not a personal interest.
small pond.
Yeah.
Well, Palestine, yes, they sold the first trolley cars that wore out. Sold them a little town called Dallas.
When it first started, opened, I thought they were great, but they have that.
So what happened?
Well, listen, man. It wasn't trolley cars, but they did away with this, the whole rail line. And I'm like, oh my God, man, do you know how many people would
Commute to Dallas and Fort Worth.
Well, yeah, well, so commuting's totally out, right? But, man.
Oh, for tourists coming this way.
Well, but a commercial asset. You have this base that has just been, they had a plan, they were given a plan. Now, it wasn't this council, but it was the good old boys from way back. They said, we don't want your plan when the base shuts down. They were given a plan to be able to use that because the government, the feds just handed it to them. Look, if you're smart, first of all, you got, and my dad's in the road construction business. This is one of the only communities that has a 4-lane highway already in place.
Wasn't either apparently.
And that's when I moved here. I said, you know what, they put a loop around Weatherford. This place is gonna boom. But I didn't know local politics. I didn't know it then. Well, you look at everything up north of Rick Williams. It's booming. Now they're connecting but there's no reason. Man, I can get, and I haven't drove that up to Keller lately, but that's where my wife lives.
My brother lives there.
Okay, so how long, you time it, how long it takes to go from Keller to downtown Fort Worth, and then from here to Fort Worth?
Pretty good on your part.
Now, this has been several years ago, but it would, I could get to downtown Fort Worth from here faster than I could from Keller. Now, they were doing 35 at the time, so I mean, and 35 is a little better than it was, you know, I hope so. But I'm just saying, man, there is so much potential to this community. And on one hand, I also kind of feel like, man, at least they're keeping it down where you can still get around town in about 5-10 minutes. But, anyway. Yeah, I don't want to hold you up, man.
I think the way I started Brandon with an A-N or O-N?
O-N.
Okay.
Yeah. It is Glen Evans.
Still Glen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fort Worth's my hometown.
Oh, is it really? Yeah, that's good.
When they built that loop, I was in high school.
In 820?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And back then, Fort Worth,
Yes, my name.
well, it's strong with
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
That's how I relaxed, was driving around the city.
That makes sense.
Well, back then you were in the country
It
if
was
you were
just
in the
me.
loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, me and Led Zeppelin.
But look, Fort Worth knew. That was in when, 1970?
79, 80, yeah.
Okay, so you're talking about 30 years ago, they had a vision
Oh,
that
man.
said, look, man, we gotta get some shit
What did
done
they do
right
without
now.
it?
Right, and that's the thing, Glenn, when we raised a lot of hell here a few years ago. And, you know, and then I got busy work, I just said, man, I gotta move on. But, now they got me back involved with this because it's water rights, and I'm like, that was the thing that I asked Lance Howard back then. I said, Lance, what is y'all's plan?
well, we got a budget, you know, I'm like, no, I'm talking about, well, I mean, okay, a budget that you blow every year, but renegotiate it every year. But it's like, man, and I won't keep you from getting your water, but, Before you had all this, I mean, that's.
that's awesome.
But when you don't have a plan, any good business, they're gonna have, what, 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, 30-year plan. We have none. We have.
Had businesses that we all kind of did that.
That's
Learn
good.
how to do it.
You can't, and then when it's the country club.
It's her move now, I think.
No, it's mine. We didn't get it. Oh, yeah, it's always after.
You know. And then you're thinking, what is it? Yeah.
But Mountaineers get their day.
I do miss those days.
We don't.
Well, and that, we would, well, and that was, I wanted to.
Took y'all on planes, think I'm so fun.
Yeah, no, I bet she does.
Oh, my God. It didn't go in. Right after. Yeah. No, we're not to the point yet. So he still has those.
Yeah.
Burritos.
But that's pretty good.
Everything was on.
Do they really do?
That's unbelievable.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And so they always.
Got rolled. They go all the way up. It's good, and then what happened was, one thing that started, they wanted to have a Christmas party.
Oh, was it around that time?
No, sir.
And the Advent was that too.
I didn't file either time.
No, you should.
I should have both.
And it's usually on a Sunday night. So it doesn't interfere with anything else.
Something. I mean, we're late.
No, well, usually.
I thought you were gonna go.
It doesn't
Not bad.
go, no. It's usually 6 to 10.
Sorry.
It is. In fact, you own it. And it's not a mill,
All
but
right.
there's hors d'oeuvres and all.
I will put it on my list of things to make happen.
My God, hey, come here real quick. Who is this you're holding? And why is he in Oregon? Why is this, why did you dress your kid like this?
Oh my goodness.
Why is
She wants to put the dog out.
That's-
Her camera's not
no,
on
that's
yet.
Bodie.
That's Bodie. God, he's fat.
He was a fat
Amy.
kid.
Amy. That's not Bodie. It's 06. It's not, that's Bodie.
Oh, what term? Oh, that's the first term right here. Oh, look at that hat.
That's all.
That's great.
Baby dog.
No.
Oh, baby
That's
neighbor,
right.
so that's fast, see the horse. Three scoops.
That is Tyler.
That is Tyler Joe.
Do you have a lot of horses?
Oh, one horse. Yeah. Now, we've had a lot in the past. At one time, we had 7,
I only know because
but
it's
we only have 1 now.
Listen to me. He didn't
And we
realize
don't
that
ride
until
her.
right before we
She's
got
got
divorced.
feet problems
That baby
and all,
came
so
right after,
can't
just
ride
about
her.
before we got
Yeah,
divorced.
just long arc.
Yeah.
Just feed her.
That's when the Honda,
And
that's
pay
the
vet
Honda.
bills and hoofs trimmed and, yeah.
I'm not gonna break
A
my
big
leg, you're
fat.
right, well, I mean, he was not even born till 2010, but that is going back.
We're probably could have had her so long.
Mhm. Oh, yeah, we've had her a whole lot,
Yes,
actually.
so you just came.
I mean,
You just came.
her mother we
All right,
had,
that's Bodie.
and we actually traded her to a
Oh, that's
friend
the
that
Masters.
worked for us
Yeah,
in Stevensville with understanding we would
That's the
get
last Masters I
the
went to.
first filly out of her, which we did. And we raised her from,
Rob.
I don't know, probably less than 6 months old.
I want to.
Yeah.
And some of your kids are.
18-year-olds
just like
living
you.
Oh, they do,
right now.
yeah.
That's all they love, yeah.
But we've had other
Take her
horses
off
too. We
that
had
way.
one horse that we got from my aunt. And she was a trail horse that her son-in-law had got, but her son-in-law was mistreating her, my aunt said. Anyway, we had her till she was 42 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we have
Is that 20
probably
minutes coming going?
No.
at least 6 horses we've married.
Oh, wow. I love it.
And we just got until they
It's retirement. Till they die when we marry.
Because we didn't, somebody, when I was growing up, we all started, but we
No,
we
it
didn't keep them
could
long
be a
enough.
number of
Yeah.
things.
If they weren't fast,
Somebody
they-
complained about.
Oh,
I mean-
okay.
It could be anything.
No, we.
I mean,
I'm
because
sure
that's what
there's-
we used.
And that's what you, yeah.
That's what we, that's
And we
what
had some that we rode, but I mean, they were not,
Yeah.
just occasionally, no rodeo, nothing of that,
And
no.
so yeah, and so my mom decided, and my dad decided, they didn't want horses no more, they were tired. My dad was tired of working like 70 hours a week and having to feed them because we wouldn't do it.
Mhm.
And, because he had three girls and my mom lived in the country, so we didn't want to do that. It was scary. We
Yeah,
lived in the country.
No, I understand.
And so he decided that we didn't need horses anymore. So we had our horses and they bought motorcycles. So then we always went to motorcycle ranches. I don't know if you know whether for like that big baldy.
Yeah.
But, oh yeah, we had to do all this stuff. Yeah, so but I liked horses back then, but we didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
That's what they decided.
But motorcycles, they don't eat unless you're riding.
I know, that's what my dad said. I didn't have to feed them.
If you don't want to ride them for 2 weeks, you don't have to feed them.
That's what he said, and he was because it was fun. I mean, we had a lot of horses.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, and
Or we lost.
all three of us came, and they rode. I mean,
I meant to say. Well, it says you lost right there, so I was
but
just
it was
reading
fun.
it.
I was in a parade when I was 2.
Oh my God.
Rack 'em up
They had
again,
a
let's
horse in
go.
2 months. I fell off, and so I was on horses all the time. So I didn't like that he did it.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Set it up
Yeah,
for.
but like I said, you were raised with horses.
But no, I mean, and then when they did that, and then once I got married, military.
Oh,
I
no,
mean, you
yeah.
can, but
But
not-
it's hard.
not- and it's hard on the horse.
Yes.
Because they had horse farms, and they had horse barns, but like we went to Alaska this year.
No, oh, sure.
So those days have been
I'm
over.
going to see the
So
great
I
granddaughter.
do- Horses are near and dear to my heart. Well, my mother's Bible.
There.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm glad that y'all let your horses retire.
Oh, we did,
I
yeah.
love that. We didn't get to have them that long to do that.
The first horse rider, and then I got married.
To what, Austin?
Yeah, it was within our first year of marriage, I bought her a horse.
For part of the trip, but by the time she got to Austin, he had.
She was on.
I don't know what he was doing. He went someplace else. I don't know if it was back to Albuquerque
Halter
or
broke her
some
in,
other
broke her
relatives, I'm not sure.
saddle. And, well, we don't call it breaking, she trained her.
Yeah, okay, we call it making management, yes, you do.
Well,
I
you
know.
know Ed Woodman?
Is it, maybe not, is it?
Yes. Yeah, well, anyway, we were neighbors growing up out there. The Jeanette and Melinda.
I'm looking for an
And
email,
all,
and
anyway,
I'm just
but
trying
he
to make
used to take
sure.
the horse with 204.
Oh, no, we never did that. Oh, yeah, okay, I get why you don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I mean, he was upside down. I know it is, but,
The only thing we did was just like the reins and stuff.
yeah, no, he was walking with a board and all.
Oh, yeah.
So that's, she does like to call it breaking, it's called.
He put a different meaning in that word, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, we don't like that, no, I mean,
No, I would use a
you
different word.
may pop them with the reins or something, but that's
Yeah.
no different than
We didn't
popping
even
the
have
head
the
with your
whips,
hand to
yeah.
get their attention.
Yeah.
No, you do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway,
I get it now. I
yeah.
shouldn't like that.
But, yeah, we've had a lot of horses through the years. And it's been good, I mean, like I said, we've had some that we sold, but very few. Most of them we kept until they passed on and then we buried them. And had even called to have some service pick them up, so, and we've called and got somebody with a backhoe to come out and pick a hole.
Oh, wow.
That was Karen's shot. She didn't get anything
Daddy O'Cheerio's gonna get her.
in. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that,
growing up out there where we live, actually, we have 10 acres, but my parents, right across the little dirt road, was 40 acres. I've lived on that since '67, so.
Do you have it all now?
No, hopefully we'll when we get the state settled, but we haven't quite got it done yet.
What kind of lives where they live?
Nobody lives over there.
Just this by itself?
It's just the house is empty. And actually, the house has been empty since 1990. That's when Mom and Dad moved into town.
They moved where your brother is, right?
Yes.
Does he have that house?
He hasn't yet.
I mean, planned to.
No.
Oh.
No. No, well, the plans are there's that, because they moved from there up on the northwest 10th Street. Whenever Dad came down with cancer.
Okay,
He
so
couldn't get it down the
later
state.
years, okay.
Yeah, and but then they kept the rock house.
Yeah,
So they,
but they stayed up there.
they stayed up there.
I love that rock house.
Yeah. Oh, it's small one. The brother's not small.
What's this about?
Well, I still think it's pretty.
Yes. Well, that's
I've
a
never
whole
been
nother
inside it,
story.
but it's pretty, yeah.
But
It's just unique.
it's very unique, and it can be a wonderful
And when your
property.
dad lived there.
Oh,
it
he
was
kept it, oh, he loved to keep it.
Mm-hmm. It looks straight out of a story.
He kept it really
Yeah, your
nice.
dad loved that. And then, so what about the one up there? We lost that one too, on top of it.
Yeah. At the moment, older brother's living in it because their house they had some major problems in it, had to get it redone and all, and so they moved in right before my mother passed away. But they're just about through their house, and hopefully
Oh, they're
within a
redoing
month
it.
or so, yeah, they'll be moving back in.
And there's just a
I think we're done with that one.
Homes?
No, of y'all.
Oh, no, it's 4 of us, I have a sister. She lives on 4th
That's
Avenue.
the one.
Yeah, Bagwell's her last name.
Okay.
And,
So she lives on Fort Avenue.
she lives on 4th Avenue. Her husband's retired from Lockheed Martin.
Okay, so 3 more is like.
Mhm.
Because I knew Skipper.
Skipper's oldest, then my sister Kathy, then me, and then my younger brother Brad.
Yeah, and Skipper's the teacher at Travis.
Yeah,
I knew him
yeah,
there, yeah.
yeah.
And then he.
Well, he's retired from that, but he was teaching.
Yeah,
He's
I knew him
retired.
when he,
Was
before he
teaching,
retired.
yeah.
Yeah, he was really great. Everybody loved him.
Mm-hmm, yeah, he did a great job there.
Mm-hmm.
And, let's see, we were talking about teaching. Skipper first got his teaching certificate
No, that's me.
in 1974.
Got all excited.
And he went to college, graduated, got a certificate, graduated actually in December, came back here and got a job at her junior high.
water out of that refrigerator.
Finishing the rest of the year, because there was a teacher that she was off because of pregnancy leave and had a child. Anyway, he taught the rest of the year, and at the end of that year, he swore he would never teach again.
Did you see that newspaper?
Because
Oh,
they want you to go to
They just hired- they
basketball
just,
games, they want you to
arrested
do
the
grading
lectures.
at night,
Yeah.
and the parents call
Yes.
you, and,
They arrested.
And look how long he stayed.
you know, so he did that, you know.
But then he did art, right?
Well, then he got, well, first he got a job over in Fort Worth, and,
No, the police chief. I had to gather.
or some, and he did graphic arts, he did their stuff for their newspaper ads and all that, he did a bunch of that. But then he got out of that and he came back here and, actually worked at the box factory for a while. And after the box factory, he got, worked at the Index. And he was a photographer and wrote some stories at the Index. Then he got out of that, well then he got out of that and got into his own business, he did, signs. He had his own business of doing signs, which was all working on, did a bunch of signs around town and all. Through the latter part of the 80s, and then, he got married in 89. And, he was working down at Norton's, down Stephenville, the sandpaper place, just back at work down there. And then all of a sudden, child came along and realized he needed to study.
Oh, yeah.
So he decided to get back into teaching. That's
And
when he
I
got-
thought he had a teaching degree all those times with you,
Yes.
and then he went back to it,
But
and then he
went-
stayed.
Yeah, and he stayed with it. Well, it was different, because when he first did it, he was teaching like a junior high.
That's way different.
I don't know, it was a
history class or some kind of class. But then he got it to get into art, so he got something he loved.
Yeah, and a pretty good age group.
Right, in a good age group, and where we still listen some.
And they're interested.
Right,
Yeah.
and so that all was from then he did a good career there and
Yeah,
retired.
and then got a rental place.
Yeah, then, before he retired, him and Nita, which Nita was working there for my father, doing the books and all. But anyway, Mom and Dad, we had already bought the office supply in 2004. And then, it was probably about 10 years later, Dad decided to sell the print shop. It's Skipper New Interest.
And do they still have it open?
Yes, that's over. Yeah, Nita ran it for a long time when Skipper was doing teaching and all, but then when he retired, they still have it. It's just the two of them. And Willie's more just her. He comes down and helps occasionally, but he wants her to retire.
Does he like being retired?
He likes being retired. He wants her to
Is that what
retire.
it is? I thought it was a graphic or a picture. I'm trying to locate that.
She's not quite ready for it yet, though. It won't be long before she'll retire.
And now I can't find. I have too many emails.
That's kind of weird, guys. Or it's not time yet.
What?
Strange that it's not us. Or just not time yet. Too busy, everybody's too busy. I know y'all came with all those cars.
Yes, well, I remember that, well, sometimes family just home with us, sometimes family doesn't.
And that kind of thing.
It
I
doesn't.
mean, our closets not mixed.
No, it brings it to the surface, so.
Thank you.
Yes, I would.
It's the exact same thing.
Mhm.
Because
Saved
they
it to my phone too.
Well,
Good.
and most stuff happens.
I'm gonna give it to you.
It's hard to put
Find
it
it.
back the way it was.
It was real
but
educational.
we're getting closer. I really thought probably about 6 months ago we were there, but then some things changed that, so.
Did you get a new store?
Was it Santo?
Yes.
Did you get where you wanted?
I won't say exactly where we wanted, but we're
Happy with what you got?
happy with what we got. I don't know if you knew where Zeller and Zeller was over there. It was on North Waco, 127 North Waco is what we bought. And,
That's pretty close to the
yeah.
downtown stuff.
Yeah, it's a good location for us. And we're in the process of finishing the remodeling.
Oh,
We
good.
got all the permits with the city and got it.
The Mineral Wells City Council has completed its executive session in accordance with Texas Government Code, Chapter 551. The City Council will reconvene into regular session to consider action, if any, on matters discussed in executive session on this, the third day of October 2023, 8:35 p.m. Is there any action for consideration? None?
We need to table item 13, is that what you're saying? Do we have to address
Let
that?
me, we'll do, I guess, we'll pop, do I need to read that item separately next?
Yeah.
Okay. Item number 13, consider and take appropriate action on the notice of termination agreement between Pelican County Emergency Services District Number 1 and the City of Mineral Wells for emergency medical services.
Madam Mayor, Council, information here, sorry. It's a little bit behind.
Mayor and Council, as you're aware, we received certified mail from Palo County Emergency Services District Number 1 of their intention to terminate Mineral Wells' obligation to serve a defined area outside of the city limits, but within the district that was covered by a previous interlocal agreement. Their letter notice is before you in your packet on page 38. Mineral Wells service upon this notification is terminated effective December 31st, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. This will change the city's EMS area of responsibility, to which our fire chief will notify the Texas Department of State and Health Services, and upon their approval, a new area of responsibility, which will be the incorporated limits of the city of Mineral Wells only, shall be established. All other purposes and intents and effects of this will rest with, we suppose, Powhatan County Emergency Services District Number 1, and we will be prepared to clean up whatever falls out from that, including 911 dispatch services, as we are a piece of public safety answering point in this county. And so we'll see what happens, but here where we are, and that letter notification is terminating the agreement, and we're presenting it to y'all upon receipt.
And it's just presented to us, Ally, there's no action required for that? Correct. Correct. Okay. Other comments or discussion? Okay. Item 14, adjourned. Go back to the phone system.
No, it's usually just adjourned. So that was the one
I'm good. On your stage 3 stuff, even though we're stage 3, you might want to have markers. Look it over.
Or to get their computer program.
Taking those all the curtailment activation.
Hard to read all that.
Be careful. I am not going to rely on hope and have this town run out of water. I'm sorry.
How are you?
Right now.
Oh, you're talking to me now.
Yeah, I'm never not grumpy. Friday, you were grumpy Friday. I wouldn't have talked to you.
Email me your question.
They gave us the notice. Real call.
The recall, we're trying to understand the process.
What about it?
That's okay. I know that there was talks. They're procedural for that area.
You need to read the charter and you need to read the state law. And so if there's a conflict, then we can consult with our legal attorney as our charter
I'll know more.
may conflict with state law. So, charter and read the state law. And it should be fairly evident what is there, but I can't discuss what happened in executive session. And opinions are opinions, but we have legal counsel, and that's where we take our legal direction. But look for conflict between the city charter and state law.
There's quite a bit of that.
Well,
No,
You know?
I mean, I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but I've got one question.
Go ahead.
It'd be preferable to ask counsel.
I'm not counsel.
No, I know, but I mean.
Amy's recording all this, so you're
I
good,
know.
knock yourself out.
He's recording.
Well, yeah, okay, it is recorded
Hi,
as
Terry.
well. But the big deal is, to me, just as I addressed Beth, it's not the letter of the law. We're talking about the jot and the tittle, and not.
You're losing me, man.
Okay.
Plain English.
All right, the specific and/or language.
you know what I'm saying, that you're trying to get us on, and not.
I'm
that-
trying to get you.
Not you,
Okay.
this body. And maybe Beth can help. Would you like to engage in a little bit of conversation, Beth?
No, thank you.
Okay.
We had a nice
Well, the
chat
only
all
thing that
back.
I'll ask is, where do we send, because what you're talking about up here, Beth, it's in violation of the Open Meetings Act. It is. I just read it. Y'all gave me a lot of time to read over it, and I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Can you flutter your eyes again for the camera? Because here's the deal. You are in direct violation, and you want me to put that in writing? You want me to send you the handbook? Or do you want to read it?
Have a good night.
No, I'm just asking.
It's like supersede 38 and,
Well, Chief, I don't mean to interrupt.
You're not interrupting me.
No, but this is uncalled for. This is what I'm talking about.
I work for you. They don't
I-
work for me.
Yeah, but here's the beef that I have with it, okay? We've been dealing with this for a long time. And we have, on there, we've got a nice snotty message about what can be addressed in the meeting.
Yes, sir.
I did, I sat right here, I read the 2022 Open Meetings Act online. Right. You can address the council or the governing body, and you can criticize them. Now, Howard Huffman, I was at a meeting where he got butthurt over being criticized. Put that in the paper if you don't mind. Okay? Beth, she wants to bird dog us on what we're talking about. Yeah, I mean, everybody likes this verbiage because they do. They want a bird dog, they want to get butthurt, and it's not your fault. I'm just bringing it up. My question is, do I need to send a formal written request for the policy to change to become in line with the Open Meetings Act?
Those policies, the ones in the city council room?
Yeah, the one that you had to fill out and stay on topic.
I can check, I don't know.
Yeah, because it clearly states in there, you had to have a reasonable amount of time to discuss what is on the agenda, and then you can also
They
address.
can limit how long somebody can
No,
speak in public comment.
and that's what I'm saying. It says, well, and of course, the state is a governing, no, but
You're on the
what,
platform here, man, I listen about this room.
Okay.
I've listened, I'm trying. I
no,
gotta
you are,
learn.
but I mean, I'm
Well,
a little bit lit
I
up
don't-
about this deal,
But
because.
I don't know, this
Well,
is news,
okay,
and
so
so
let
I'll
me-
look into it.
Well, let me just.
I'll look into it,
Okay.
but you're trying to get me to commit to something.
No, I'm
and
not-
I'm aware of the rules.
I am not trying to
And I
get,
think they have the authority to set some decorum. And to the extent of, does it inhibit free speech as you're kind of getting around to? I don't know. I don't mind looking at it. I have not failed to look into anything y'all brought me to
And
and
you're
see what
right.
happens.
well, then what I'll do, because I don't want you to waste a lot of time on it.
I'm here, man. I work for
Here's what I'll do.
and I work for everybody. I
Well,
listen.
look, what I'll do is I'll just send you the highlights of what I have, so you don't have to spend a lot of time on it. I
I'm
mean,
not
I
a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer, right?
No, I get it, I get it.
And I
They're
can
gonna
only
hold you
affect
to it.
what I can affect, and they are the elected officials, and I serve all of you.
Right, but my deal is, next time I come up here.
What's that?
What part of the charge should I look at?
All of it.
All of it? No.
Deserted you.
No, it's okay, no, I don't need backup, I mean.
No, I'm just saying, I'll go back.
No, I mean, this snotty bratty attitude of,
They
you
come
know.
back out and say some stuff.
Oh,
I haven't watched
Beth.
your video or anything.
No.
I haven't watched anything.
Figure that out.
But,
That came up in this process, which I caught, so I'm trying to make sure.
Hey, you're
realize
doing-
Your charter
look,
has
you're
got a
the-
little problem. Lots of
Charter's
problems.
got a lot of problems. You knew I was gonna say that, didn't you? You looked at me and said, okay, a lot of them.
Well, and I overlooked it, they're just discussing you, because I was like, I went right to the word.
I told you what they were going to.
Well, I figured it was gonna be a review.
Well, yeah, but that's after the fact that I got up there.
And just
I
like
know.
Terry, anytime y'all want to talk to me.
No,
Come
And
talk to me.
Are you rolling? Because I just, yesterday, you criticized that the reporters don't stand up and ask a bunch of questions. That's not what happens at city council meetings. I don't know if you're aware of that or not, but there's a reason.
No, he was
that we don't-
questioning why no articles were ever written.
No, that's not what he was questioning.
I was there.
Dave Jones, I have the whole recording. Dave
Okay, I
Jones wanted to
didn't
know
read
why
it.
that we don't stand up and ask.
I didn't hear Dave Jones.
Yeah, we don't, that's not how it
Hang
works.
on, hang on, please.
No, I know.
I know.
And it's written up in the thing, and that's why I was laughing.
Oh, that's fine.
I know it was.
I was laughing.
And I was like, well, I just wanted them to know. I don't have anything. I mean, not that it matters. Does it
I've
make you
never
know-
said that tonight.
No.
It don't matter, I serve you.
I'm just saying. My beef is with these people, you know.
You told me that before on the water, and I'm just here, man.
Hey.
Don't,
No, hey, you did good.
but I don't mind,
No,
I
and
don't
look,
mind looking at the other stuff. I don't have a lot of
No.
authority, but I
Oh,
don't mind.
all I wanna do, look, I just wanna come up here and say my piece. I mean, it doesn't matter.
You wanna know one thing? The people don't. It's in there. Okay, well, I'm just saying that,
No, and I appreciate
you know,
it. Yeah, no.
keep getting the shit out of them. Just, hey, here's one. Pay attention to change the charter. And then you can, as long as it passes legal muster, you kind of control the narrative, including the narrative that may have been controlled. Think about it, you're a smart guy.
Thanks, Chief.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Say nothing about the doors.
Hey, oh,